was not officially a part of the speakers or the organization. I literally just came out because of all the other creators there. So I pulled up, I looked for them, I congregated with them, I walked around as they were doing the debates, getting the recording in, and then I just got close to the final round as they were doing all the debates, and Parker News like, y'all want to come up? And everybody was standing back, and I was just like, fuck it. So I
Yeah.
stepped, and initially I was nervous as fuck because I always am, but then once I get started, I got started.
Mm-hmm.
It's very invigorating. It's really good.
I love that for you. You didn't have any security deterring you from, linking up with the other creators? And what up, Jaden? What does unfuck America mean to you?
So no security. Security wasn't a big deal. It was one, they were just mostly looking for fights or anything like that. It wasn't, oh, do you have a badge? If you don't have a badge, you can't be here kind of thing. That was mainly the Charlie Kirk stuff. The Unfuck America tour. It was just, hey, you're here to fight for against fascism. You're cool here. It was nothing like you get in a certain range of Parker and Dean, you got jumped.
Okay. Well, that is good to know. Also, you guys, YouTube, we just joined in. We are here talking to Hector, who was not officially a part of the Unfuck America tour, but also but definitely got to get in there and debate, which we are proud of him because Hector is a great creator, great debater, knows his facts, and like we like to say here, does a lot of critical thinking. Okay, so definitely give him a follow if you guys have not done so. Give him the daily heart and continue to tap the screen. Tonight we're talking about what does it mean to unfuck America and what the experience is. And even if you were watching through a lens, like how did you feel watching it, considering the fact from the morning this morning when they were supposed to talk to Charlie Kirk? We support Hector, yes we do. Hey Naquan! From the moment when they were supposed to talk to Charlie Kirk making everybody wait, to ignoring all of them, not letting them in, not even having a line, handpicking, to having to, kind of pivot and do their own thing. So definitely Hector, he probably out here doing his big one. Probably on his way home. Ari, how are you, love?
Did Hector lose service?
Yeah, he's probably driving home. I
Oh.
didn't want to ask him because
Oh, it's Izzy that's driving. I just for those that were watching, I just want to let everyone know that there was one point where Hector yelled out, "Hail Satan," and I texted him to do it.
he was like, that hell saying was per my request. I just want you guys to know.
Yep, I literally that guy came up there and was like, "God, Jesus, blah blah blah," and I was like, I texted. I was putting in everyone's live chat. I'm like, somebody please yell "Hail Satan." Nobody was doing it. Someone was like, I'm gonna get banned if I say that. I'm like, no, you won't. I say that every day, mostly as a joke for everybody that knows me. So I was like, fine, I got this. I texted Hector, and all of a sudden you hear, "Hail Satan." You're welcome. And then the guy that was up there got so triggered afterwards, like, you had somebody in the crowd that yelled "Hail Satan." Who was it?
Was he one of those like hardcore fake Christians?
Yes, and it was more funny because at the end, I think it was no, I was not there, guys. I think it was Mermaid. She was like, "Do you know who it was that said it? Huh? Can you point them out of the crowd?" Okay, shut up. And that part was funny because I'm like, I know who said it. It was Hector.
Hector, are you out there yelling "Hail Satan"?
Yep, that was me. That was me. It was actually great because I'm not used to just standing by and watching other people talk and debate. Like typically when I go into panels, I want a friendly panel. If I want to say my piece, I say my piece.
Yeah.
So listening to Parker and Dean go back and forth with these people, I just got to sit on the sidelines. It was so aggravating.
Yeah.
So when Ari sent me
Test your
the text
patience.
saying, yes. So when she said "Scream Hail Satan," I was like, "This is my moment."
This is the moment I've been waiting for.
But my apologies, I got a phone call. But what does "Unfuck America" mean to me? I'll keep it really simple. It means make 2 + 2 = 4 again. The party of common sense completely abandoned it. They want policies that hurt the middle class, lower class, even some rich people. They don't even give a damn. They want to isolate us. They want to do everything that made America the opposite of great. So I think we should return back to some normalcy, some progression, and that's what it means to unfuck America, because it is royally fucked.
Andrew.
like that.
I like that answer. Again, if you guys have another device, put it in my YouTube. Same name, Jessica Simone. The link is in the bio. Just click with the little YouTube icon, and just set that other phone in there so we can accumulate these hours, just in case TikTok is not here in the next 60 days or so. We are already ready to transition. All right, what does Unfuck America mean to you? Hey Val.
Well, so in my opinion, and I don't, in like, no hate to anybody that went there. I think we lost view of it at that event. From what I watched. So in general, for me, Unfuck America would be bringing the individuals back to understanding, like what our valid, like, not lost view of it, but like I don't know how many people are listening, but you had one kid that said America has culture, and then basically
I saw that shit.
he said basically culture was white tea, right?
Yeah.
And what is that culture?
It's not like, it's not our culture.
Thank
for
you.
one. Like, our culture would be a melting pot, and I think that's, to me, Unfuck America would be bringing it back to realizing that we were meant to be a melting pot. We didn't have strict immigration laws for the longest time. Everyone wants to talk about how their grandparents did it the legal way. One guy said that too, that right after World War II,
You think your grandma gonna tell you she was breaking the law anyway?
Yeah, right. That's fine. White tea culture is racism. I'm sorry, it is true. I'm just gonna say that. That's what it is. And I don't, like, to me, it's just trying to end the divisive talk, the divisive language that's being used, unfortunately, on both sides. I like that one, Stephen. A multicultural secular nation. I like that one. Honestly, Hector, I don't know if you witnessed it or not, but my biggest issue with, and this is basically when I stopped watching it past Hector's live, and I put it in his chat, was when a guy came up specifically to talk about abortion.
Yeah.
And Parker took over, fine, whatever. You're a headliner, but then you had 3 women all waiting to speak. You had Mermaid, you had Mandy Ray, and you had No Rad standing all right there, right? And the part that made me mad is that Mandy Ray went up to speak, and she got interrupted by someone else, right? Another woman coming up to the stage. And Parker used that interruption to take the mic away from her. And then she was escorted off the stage.
She was escorted off?
Yeah. Not by
I just think that, please let the women talk about the AB. It only makes sense. Like, how are you going to continue to say how we feel or what we're going through or know anything in depth as we do when we live it every single day?
And that's exactly what Mandy was trying to say. And that's the part that got me. It was like Mandy was saying that when she got up there. She's like, who are you to speak on us when you don't have the parts? You're not capable of doing it and everything like that. And again, like Mandy Ray, like, I don't know if you've ever interacted with her, Jessica, but I have. And she's actually a really sweet woman. Very smart, very knowledgeable. But they sidelined her completely. And then I don't know if Hector, if you even saw her come back up again.
Hector, was she able to come back up?
Amanda, no, she did not. And that's something that I griped about quite a few times in my life. It was like, okay, there was literally 3 women behind them and they weren't allowed to get up. And then finally when they did, Norad's had a moment. Amanda was the first to have a moment, and it was momentary. Like it was short.
Mandy got cut short quick.
Very short.
No Rad said, I'm done with y'all. And like, I don't blame her either. Like, she was done with the
guest,
the speaker.
Yeah. I didn't like that. And it was something where personally, no personal hard feelings against Worker Dean, anything like that. But that is one of my issues with their platform, is they typically control the majority of their debates on and speak on things that they probably shouldn't be speaking on, or at least over the demographic that's affected by the conversation.
I just think it's when you have them there, not only does it not cost you anything to, platform them, but they are more so the expert to be able to speak of it. I get maybe sometimes it's just you and you're defending women, but women are there to speak up for themselves, and they're there for this particular reason. And I think that was also a perfect moment to give them the opportunity to do so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Taylor did ask if I felt that it did anything. To be honest with you, initially when I heard about the Unfuck America tour, I was just like, this is just another thing that's more performative than anything else. Um, and I had my reservations about it, but like I said, I came out to see my friends.
Mhm.
But Izzy will tell you, Erica will tell you, after everyone got done speaking, the event was over. We had a couple people walk up to us afterwards and say thank you so much. The last
Mhm.
girl that we spoke to, she was just like, I was so down and out, and I just wasn't tuning into the news. And it was just so much, and like this was really motivating to hear you guys speak. And that was like, oh wow,
That's what makes it feels good.
doing something. I may
Uh,
not like the methods, but you know,
Jennifer, thank you for the $3 donut that said "Unfuck America." Thank you so much, Jennifer. Drop some coconuts for Jen, and also to Marina. I saw you, baby. Thank you for the subscription. Drop some coconuts for Marina as well, because even she knows that they are not like us. And yeah, I think I'll wait to the end to give all of my feedback, and let everybody have their moment.
I mean, personally, like I watched the majority of it while I was at work, and then when I
Mhm.
got home, I was like, I'm gonna go live because after
That
after that
particular incident.
Parker and Mandy thing, I was like, I'm basically tapped on the energy that I feel like is being drained. I did manage to go back in. Yes, Santana spoke quite often actually, compared to everyone else. Him and Joan spoke a lot compared
Mhm.
to the rest of the creators. But I did get to
Feel muted.
tune in briefly on Hector speaking. I didn't get to watch the full thing because I had another call to be on.
Mhm.
But you were cooking from what I could see. Um, yes, Brett was amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot Johnny spoke a heck of a lot too. So yes,
I saw Johnny
left
speak.
no crumbs.
You said what? I saw Johnny speak one. Hey, Naquan, thank you for the $5 for Let's Start It Off. Yes, I like Let's Start It Off. Come on now. Because we have last night's goal combined with tonight's goal, so we can definitely just do this and knock this out tonight, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But I definitely understand. You still here? Again, thank you everybody that's on YouTube as well. I appreciate you guys for utilizing that and coming over there and putting your phone in there. I appreciate the support. Costs a little bit of nothing. Is there an echo? I do hear an echo. Okay, I don't hear it. It might have been it may
I don't be
Hector.
echoing. I don't be echoing. Amy.
oh, shut up. You sure do. It could have been both of us, honestly. So we both left the app at the same time. As soon as you said
They both
echo,
went
we're
to
both like
Teacup.
teacup. Yeah, so there's no way of knowing whose it was. We were like, and let's go.
Yes, we only need 5 more hard hands. You guys. There's also now. I guess this may even turn into somewhat of a a debate. Debate. Hi, Marine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What does unfuck America mean to you?
America?
What does unfuck America mean to you?
I believe America means freedom.
We definitely support Hector. Okay, we love
America
Hector
means
here.
freedom, hon.
I said, what does unfuck America mean to you? What
What,
does it
what,
mean
what?
to unfuck America?
Unfuck America means America.
You
That's
guys,
not right.
this is very important that we do not dismantle the Department of Education.
America, honey. America.
Very, very important. Every day we come up here, we have these conversations, and it is just blatant and just obvious of why. Not only do we not need to dismantle the Department of Education, but we need to invest
No,
more money into the Department of Education,
no,
because
no, no,
we
no.
cannot continue to leave these children and adults behind. You guys, it's
We're
very
talking.
important.
We're talking about America.
I know, sir.
Do you know what America means? America.
What is America? Not even America. America. What is that?
America means Fuck around and find out.
Tia, thank you for the $10 for my tall 10 sis. Come on, twin. Drop some coconuts for Tia in the chat, baby. How tall are you, Tia?
Host, why do you have blonde hair, host?
That's not the topic. You don't. What
Host,
is
why do you have blonde hair if you
that
get
is not
white
the
teeth?
topic.
Why do you have blonde hair if you get white teeth, hun?
First of all, don't call her hun.
Well, I'm gonna call her hun.
No, Slick, you're not.
I'm gonna call her hun.
Marine,
No,
you must
Slick,
you
you're
want to
not.
leave,
I'm
don't
gonna
you?
call her hun.
Marine,
No,
you
Slick,
don't want
you're
to be
not.
here, do
I only,
you?
What are you gonna do
Jessica,
about
I
it,
apologize,
bro?
Jessica. I
What are
know
you
this
gonna
is
do
your
about it,
platform, but
Yeah.
with his name, I had to come up because he was acting a fool in the chat. And if
Hey,
you want to use the name Marine
Slick,
as your
Slick.
profile name, hold on, Slick. If you want to use the name of Marine in your profile name, I'm gonna hold you to account. You're not gonna embarrass the United States Marine Corps by coming up here being a racist prick.
And I would just like anybody that's asking. I don't know if you guys again have heard of the Eve gene, right? Everything.
She's claiming to be racist, but she has blonde hair. Why does she have blonde hair? She's
I'm about to tell you. You know, blonde hair comes from a black woman, right?
but
Blonde hair comes from a black woman. You should be thanking me, Marine.
what are you saying? What are you saying? You're
You should be
racist, but
thanking
you
me.
have blonde hair.
I do gotta
You
run,
should
y'all.
be.
Appreciate you letting me up, Jessica.
No problem, of course. Hector, have a good one. Come
You
through
too.
when
Later,
you get
Hector,
to the
stay out
house.
of trouble.
Sylvia, thank you for the subscription. Drop some coconuts for Sylvia in the chat because even Sylvia knows that, baby, they are not like us.
Hi, Hector.
You guys are a fucking joke, man.
Hold on, sir. Can you drop me to? I got to make a phone call real quick.
Got you, no problem.
Love you. Bye, Hawk.
Bye,
See
Ari.
you.
Yeah, let me see if I can get everybody drop some coconuts if y'all want me to drop.
Why does a racist
Marine.
black woman have blonde hair?
Baby,
Explain to me how anyone black in this country can be racist.
Why
Marine.
does a racist black woman have blonde
Marine,
hair?
first of all, everything, every hair color, every eye color, every skin color comes from a black woman.
You
should
are
be
a
getting
fucking
down on your
racist
knees
black
kissing my
woman.
ring because I'm your mama, boy. Stop fucking playing with me.
Really? Really? You're
I'm
my
your
mama?
mama, boy. Everything comes from me. You should be thanking me that I even
You're like my
gave you
child.
what you looking like
You're
today.
like a kid,
That
man.
part.
You're like
Thank y'all for the coconuts. Matter of fact, he's
Oh
gonna.
no!
I'm sorry, Naquan. You want to come up here and
Oh no, yeah, I wanted to show him where it originally started from. Black people, blonde hair.
say thank you, Jessica. Exactly. You should be thanking me. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you, beautiful. I hate I don't have my sounds because we would. And if he say something, I'm so sick of Marine. We don't even want him in my damn guest request anymore. So mods, if you see him commenting, feel free to block him. Okay.
Works for me.
Hunter, thank you. Hawk, what is the unfuck America? What does it mean to unfuck America? I'm with you, Nikki.
To find some common damn sense, I hope, but at this point, who knows?
Yeah, that part.
I mean, I almost did what they did. What's the percentage? 20-something%, whatever it is, or whatever. All these assholes, maggots that voted for him have lost their mind. So trying to get them back to some sense of normalcy would be part of it.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck. Did you watch the Unfuck America tour, throughout the different lives and stuff today?
I was bouncing around lives all day. Yes, I did.
Yes. What was it? What was your top 2 moments for you? New goal. Thank you, Taylor.
That's a good question. Because I saw so much weird shit. Towards the evening, they were in some little quiet area or whatever, and I think it was Dean was cooking this woman from the campus or whatever who had no idea what she was talking about, and he was dancing all over her. She was trying to defend Trump against E. Jean Carroll, and it was actually a good debate because she just this was the whole thing that I got from everything I watched today. It was like watching TikTok in live action. Right, because it was all of the normal creators that we used to watching or whatever, but doing it live, out there with the folks or whatever. And in the earlier stuff I was watching or whatever, they were lined up just like we were on a panel here or whatever, taking turns on, cooking the op and all of that stuff or whatever. I thought that was interesting, but that was probably the best one because this woman, and they asked for volunteers, and she was dumb enough to go up there, whatever. And she had no facts whatsoever. She was just making stuff up and talking about her feelings and getting cooked.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel? Hold on. First of all, Nikki, thank you for the $10 donut. That says thank you. Okay, because like I can't do this no more. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Do you feel it was effective?
That one's debatable.
Mhm.
I think it was, because what is going to come out of this that might motivate people is that Charlie Kirk ran, right?
Mhm.
And everybody was putting the story out that he basically paid the campus to shut things down and get them
Mhm.
moved and everything else or whatever, because he was afraid to have an actual debate. I
Yeah.
think that story is going to resonate and it's going to wake some people up.
Mhm.
To that extent, I think there might be some effectiveness.
And I definitely hope so. Naquan, what do you think? What does it mean to unfuck America for you?
First, let's actually get
Take
the
your
people
seat.
back to understanding that education is important. I mean, just look at the person that started freaking No Child Left Behind was a Republican. That should tell you a lot about the party. They did not want you to be educated so you can work in the freaking field and work these labor jobs while they sit there and line their pockets with billions of dollars.
What's Marine's new account? Mm-hmm.
Also, to educate people about this false statistic that another Republican president put out, the 1350 goddamn statistic that I can easily debunk while sleeping.
Which one that they kept saying?
The 1350 bull crap. I swear, if he make it to Florida, I'm flying out. If he comes to New York, it is gonna be a shit show because he's gonna debate me. You're not running.
You talking about Charlie Kirk?
Yeah. You're gonna debate me.
Come on, and you know,
You're
first
gonna
of all,
debate me. Definitely.
y'all already know the Naquan gonna have his receipts on hand, okay? They gonna have be a
You're gonna
printout.
have to debate
He
me.
gonna have them in that little, you know, the thing the Texans use when they flip it over. The Naquan ain't finna be fucking playing with your ass. You gonna get this information. You gonna get the truth right now.
I will bring my portable DJ booth out there that has my TV on it, so I can put everything on the big screen, so you can see all the statistics and you can see where they come from and you can see where your facts are wrong. Not even facts, it's opinions, because in your head is facts, but it's opinions.
Hey, you guys, we're in a subwave, so if we get 5 more subs, we can complete the subwave and get a new sticker. And also to spread love, give me kisses. Give me a follow if you're not done. So continue to tap screen. Let's get to 100K. We have 300 people in here, so we definitely can do that in the next 6 minutes. So like by 10:05. So I don't like to go into sub only chat. We're having a really good conversation. Be a sub or you anti-black. I'm hollering, yes. Be a sub or you anti-black right now. Everybody in here sub. But I appreciate you guys. Again, the best way to always support the live is via Cash App or Venmo. Pay links in the bio. 267 is the goal left for tonight. If you enjoy what the panel is saying, definitely show them some love as well. Chris, welcome to the live. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I know you were all up and through there all day today, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was in Santana's live. I was in Brett's live, and so on. Before I say anything, I do want to just reiterate that you are an intelligent, beautiful, amazing Black woman, and we do not deserve you.
Oh, I
want to
love
make.
you.
I want to
Toy,
make that.
thank you for subscribing. Toy said, baby, I ain't anti-black. They are not like
I want to
us.
make that clear.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And for me, what it means to UNF America is basically to continue to educate, be truthful, unlike, the other side, and getting back to the roots of who we are as a nation. I know for a fact that for my sector and my profession, a lot of social services are going to be cut, and that's going to affect a lot of people. And I think that if we continue to advocate and educate for many marginalized communities, it's going to set us in hopefully in the right direction. And one thing I did want to mention too, that there was this one guy during the debates earlier today that was talking about how, in particular, Black people don't have any culture. That pissed me off. That pissed me off.
That you talking about that guy with them pink legs?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that people immigrants that come here and get rid of their own culture and absorb American culture, and like, what is American culture? And he said something about Black people being, quote unquote, maybe a part of the culture, but saying you're a part of American culture because you were the founding stock. And that is the fucking thing that stuck out to me the most, other than the generic 2.0 Elon Muskiana. He said stock. He said you're the founding stock.
Founding stock. Yeah, because I wanted to jump through my phone when he said that shit.
Yeah. I said who, and it's just crazy because you've been taught this by either your parents, the schools that you go to, the way that you've been treated, and you know nothing. And you're so privileged in your mind. You're privileged. You think you feel
Then
so
he tried to-
privileged and entitled.
But then he tried to backpedal also and said, "Oh, white people were founding stocks too." No, you meant what you said. You said that shit was
you said what you meant.
It wasn't until Santana asked you to repeat it again, and then you try to backtrack and say, "Oh, white people were founding." No, they were not here, not in America.
He
And
said what he said.
To that point, when you guys were talking a few minutes ago, and I think it was Iour that said the melting pot, I don't use melting pot, because melting pot assumes that everybody here assimilates. That's what they want. And we can't assimilate because we don't look like them. Right. So when they use that melting pot thing, that's about everybody becoming like them. And that's not what we want. Right.
They won't
That's
even let
not
you
what we want.
assimilate.
Exactly.
Folded to China. Damn that. Hold on. Trump just folded to China. Damn, that was quick. What? What did he do? What did he say? All right, I'll take the tears off. I'm sorry. I was just kidding.
So I just wanted to give a little bit of my thoughts. I'm not going to be here for very long, but I just want to let you know, Jess, you, Naquan, and you, Hawk, that you guys are doing the Lord's work, and I love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Put some
friend.
W Chris's in the chat for sure.
All right, guys,
I'm
a drop, so I'm gonna keep watching though. Have a great evening.
Problem. I'm gonna drop you down.
Okay.
All right.
Cat litter, come up, cat litter.
Jose, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Joe Schmo, man.
Joe Schmo. Okay.
No. Okay. I'm doing great. I just want to answer the prompt.
Yes. What does it mean to unfuck America?
Exactly what President Donald J. Trump is doing. We have to get everything back in a line. We've been in 4 years of dereliction, and it shows. Joe Biden helped people, just not the right people, just not the important people, just not the people who are the backbone of this nation. He chose a constituency, and it wasn't the American people. So Donald Trump is doing exactly what it takes to get back in line.
By doing what?
Everything that he's doing, Doge, the immigration policies, all of these things have to be addressed. And they're all similarly a form of accounting. We have to know how many people are here legally and or illegally. So he's wielding the Constitution. And every person that you hear holler ouch, they're going against the Constitution. Donald Trump is the POTUS, and the only way he can operate is under the Constitution. That is his umbrella.
Trump is going against the
that is his umbrella. That's his foundation. And that's what every POTUS is supposed to do.
Hey,
You
Blagger,
said
can
that.
I ask you a question, Blagger?
Hold on. You
That
said
ain't my
that
name.
you said that he's going against the Constitution. Donald Trump is
He's
going against it.
wielding the Constitution against the enemies of it.
You know,
All
but
of
no,
these
no,
people
no.
you hear hollering,
No, he's disrespecting
they're against the Constitution, man.
Everybody is allotted due process, which is in the Constitution, and he's not giving the
Okay.
immigrants their due process.
Okay, immigrants go
We
to
have
a
free
court.
speech. We have free
Immigrants go to a
speech,
court.
and
It's
he
called
cannot
habeas
attack-
court.
He cannot attack.
All of
Either
these
way, they're not-
immigrants, when they
either way, they're
before they
not
get
going to
deported,
court.
they go to a habeas court, ma'am.
No, they're
Ab-
not. He's violating the Constitution.
Ma'am, he's not.
Yes, he
He
is.
is.
You know
He's
why?
not.
The Supreme Court said so.
He's not.
The
All
Supreme
9 of them.
Court said
The-
so.
From the
Including the Supreme Court judges
I'm
that
geezing.
including the Supreme Court judges that he appointed, they all said so, that he is violating the Constitution.
Those rulings operate strictly out of two things: falsehood and ambiguity. Let me explain it to
So
you.
basically, you
The
don't
pre-
believe
the-
anything
the-
anybody
the-
says but Donald Trump.
What is the act of 1798 gives the president total purview in immigration matters.
And how can someone enact the 1798?
He's the POTUS. He can do that.
Why?
No.
But there has to be a reason.
Now I'm gonna tell you what it's based on. It's based on the illegality of these people entering the country illegally.
That's
not
not
a
what
Look
the
at it like
Constitution
this.
says,
Look at
sir.
it like this. Look at it like this. If somebody breaks in your house,
They're not
I don't
breaking
care if
into
the
our
law
house,
doesn't care
though.
if they cooking or cleaning.
They're not
broke
breaking
in your
into our
house.
house, Joe Schmo.
It's illegal.
They're
Their
not
interest
breaking
here
into
is
our
illegal.
house. They're not
Can I-
breaking
can
into
I-
our
Interest
house.
here is illegal.
Can I jump in? Joe, hold on. Can I jump in? First of all, you're wrong because Congress have to enact that act. Second of all, the Supreme Court also shut it down and told him that he could not use it. So yes, he is breaking the Constitution. But let me ask you a question. How many
I'm sorry. Before
amendments
you
and
get into
articles-
that, do something. Thank you for the $2 for agreed. We don't deserve JC, but I'm glad I got you. We got you. I appreciate you. Try some coconuts for do something because he also said, for way is Trump back the way Trump is backtracking on half the things that he is doing because they are either unconstitutional or unconstitutional. Okay, or all his foreign policies ain't nobody falling for that shit. So you have to go back on that too. Drop some coconuts for do something.
But yes, you sitting here saying that the Constitution is our umbrella. Tell me this. How many amendments and articles are in the Constitution?
I think it's 27 amendments and 7 articles.
Okay, so okay. No, but that was kind of close. Okay, so and Amendment 14. What does it say about due process?
I don't know, sir.
It says any person or people. It does not say American citizens. It say all people, which means anybody that steps on American soil is entitled to due process.
I don't think you can get due process if you don't have a social security number that's been legitimately.
You're a human.
You and I
You're
are
a
accountable.
human. You're
As
human.
citizens,
Human.
Josh?
Shut up.
Josh,
you
when
and
the
I are
Constitution
accountable
was
as
written,
citizens.
Josh,
Hold on,
hold
I
on.
got this all.
When the Constitution was written, there was no such thing as a damn social security number. So that ain't got nothing to do with it.
We in 2025 now, brother.
But we're still following the Constitution, sir.
I
That
got
is
it.
Backwards.
Hey, no. You're not educated. So it say all person. It does not say all American citizens. It does not say all American citizens that have a birth certificate. It does not say all American citizens that have a freaking social security card.
Okay,
it say
sir.
all
Okay.
person.
Okay. So what is this? What is this written in the Constitution?
And the 14th Amendment.
That's for American citizens.
No, it's
No,
not.
sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Joe Schmo, can you tell me which part in the 14th Amendment it says that it's only for American citizens?
No,
we're talking about the Constitution,
they got an
Joe
arrow
Schmo.
pointing to the restroom.
No, we're talking
That's for the
about,
people in the theater.
We're talking because I have went into a movie theater to go TT and walk back out. I just went into a restaurant because I had to pee and walk back out. It is not just for the people who are buying some products at that particular restaurant. I had to pee. So I went in and pee and I left. So it does not matter.
You're in
I'm
the
asking
building.
you in the
You are
14th
in the
Amendment.
building.
In the 14th
You're in the room.
Amendment.
You're in that space.
In the 14th Amendment, Joe Schmo, where does it say that it is only for American citizens?
It's the American Constitution.
Your father pulled
That's
out
where the
halfway.
validity lies.
Your father pulled out halfway ejaculation, didn't he? Because you can't be fucking serious, dude. You can't be. You can't
Your
be.
mama got a cut on her hip. Now she's trying to sell
cannot
pussy
be.
on the side.
cannot
Fuck
be.
you.
You try to use that. You try to use that same.
I'm hollering, not you start scoring like real live jokes.
Like
we're gonna have a scoring
you're not
session.
educated
Buster.
enough. You're not educated enough to have these
Buster,
conversations.
you educated. Stop it.
Yes, I am.
What kind of degree
Okay,
you
Joe
got?
Schmo, Joe
I can
Schmo,
read
Joe
every
Schmo.
part.
Hold on,
What degree did
Naquan.
DeVry give you?
Hold on, Joe
Fuck
Schmo.
out of here.
Joe Schmo. Can you tell me where in the 14th Amendment it says that it's only for American citizens?
I can't tell you, ma'am, but it's
Because it does not
it's
say.
part and parcel of American law. It's the greatest part. So it has to deal with American citizens. France doesn't make laws for us that apply to us. And let me tell you something. If you go to Europe and you don't have your passport, you going to jail.
Ushmo, I just have a quick question for you. If you go to France, even with a passport, and you break one of their laws, what happens?
Joe?
Go to jail, I'm sure, or be arrested, or
due process is what happens.
Process, right? You're gonna get due process in France, even if you're not a French citizen, correct?
That's not about citizenship. If
And neither is this.
if I'm there illegally, they're gonna send my black ass back home.
Sir,
If I don't have
you
my
walked
passport,
into the point.
I'm
You
gonna have
walked
to
into the point,
prove
then you
where I'm from,
sidestepped.
and they're gonna send me back home.
No, they're gonna give you due process there for the crime you committed there.
Due process is for American citizens.
No.
I told you, the
Oh,
illegals
Joe.
have a habeas court in which they establish whether they're here illegally or not, their immigration status, and then a judge. The judges are really just supposed to go ahead and go forth with what the president says.
No,
but these
no.
are rogue
That's not
judges.
true.
Yeah,
That has
absolutely.
never been
Absolutely.
true. That has never been true. No, the executive branch and the judicial branch are completely separate branches, and the judicial branch's job is to be a check and balance within our system. There is no part of the governmental system that has all power. Otherwise, we live in a dictatorship.
So Joe, for
Hold
starters,
on, Nicole, thank you for the $10 and say start the damn collection plate, please.
President has
We have
total
officially
power.
started passing around the plate. It's $10 on it. When it come around your way, gonna drop something in it. Okay, you guys.
So Joe, first of all, the Supreme Court are the ones that interpret the Constitution, not the president, not the VP, not his goddamn goons that he have behind him. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court.
Who taught at your college? Jim Jones?
What? Hold on. What college you
Fuck
went
outta
to, Joe Schmo?
The School of Hard Knocks.
I thought so. That's exactly.
What does what does that mean? That doesn't mean
Hold
anything.
on. So you said you went to the school of hard knocks. So that's what school I thought you went to. Why are you offended that I thought you went to the school you said you went to?
Cool.
No, I'm asking, like, why are you offended that I thought you went to the school you said you went to?
I don't know. You educated types are a little bit pretentious sometimes. You know, it is.
Yeah, Susie, thank you for the $2 for rental spoons. I'm hollering. Drop some spoons and coconuts in the chat right now. Drop some spoons and coconuts in the chat right fucking now. Oh my god.
Zell, sis?
Is this added to the plate too, Sue?
Do you have
Joe,
Zell, sis? Somebody want to know if you have Zell.
Yeah, I do, but I don't get my Zelle because you have to get out your phone number.
Okay.
And it gives
Joe,
out
I'm
too
just
much information.
curious. Who started bringing up education in this conversation? Who started talking about education first and how educated people were on this panel? Because I don't remember it being any of us.
No, I educated enough for this conversation.
Guys, I must have missed
Say
something.
clear as day, all person. It does not say all American citizens. It does not say people with birth certificate. It does not say people with Social Security. It does not say if your mother was born here. It does not say if your grandfather was born here. It say all person, which means anybody that steps on U.S. soil is owed due process.
Look at it like a job application. A job application is general. You fill out the information, but it's only good where you're applying.
Why can't we look at it like the Constitution, which it is?
It is the Constitution. The president
Yes.
has total power
No.
over immigration.
No, he does
sir.
not.
Absolutely not, sir. We have 3 branches of government for checks and balances. No one has absolute power. That was the point.
Joe, let me ask you a question. What branch of government create law? Come off me, Joe. What branch of government creates law?
The legislative branch.
So that should tell you that the president does not have power over freaking law, if you know that.
He's wielding the law.
No.
He can use the law.
He
Just
only
like we
used the
can.
law
But
that
we
the
have to do
Congress
it in
passes. He
court.
can't make up his own laws.
He can use
And-
the law in immigration.
And he
Now, I
can't
told you
break the
10
law.
times, when you go off in here and look it up, you're going to be embarrassed.
No. What do you want me to look up? I can look it up right
Look
here.
up the 1798.
I know what
Hey,
the 1798
we've already
all right, well,
act
look
is.
it
I
up.
have a
The
whole
first-
video on the
first
17.
two
Joe Smo.
sentences
I
tells
got
you what it is.
I have
Joe
a whole
Read the
Smo.
video
first two
of the
sentences.
Joe
1798
Smo, we've
Act.
already asked you though, what does it
Please
take to
read the
enact?
first two sentences, then get back with me. Run it back
Joe
after
Smo.
that.
Oh, so
'Cause
you a
No,
hoochie
you're
headline.
embarrassing
You a
yourself,
headline
Joe.
hoochie. You a headline
Joe,
hoochie.
before she
I'm
does
a
that,
headline hoochie. Nigga,
Joe.
fuck you.
Joe, you've already been asked, what does it take to enact that? It's not automatic. So what does the president have to do to be able to use that act from 1798? What does he have to do? Now he's looking it up.
All right. While he do that,
Line.
do something. Thank you for the dollar that says Yikwo versus Hopkins, 1886. Zadivas versus Davis, 2001, both of which I'm about to look up. And also
Yeah,
for
I know those,
cases
sis.
where foreigners got due process.
Right.
I know they went
Thank
against.
you, do some. Coconuts
Yeah.
will do some.
It was 5 cases actually. They all went against the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court actually they all took it to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled that all 5 of them and all people that are on American soil are due process. They ruled this.
I mean, and let's just
Do
think
I have
about
to teach up and read it to you?
No, don't worry about it.
Because
I have a question.
ridiculous.
If we just think about it, Joe versus not Joe versus Joe Schmo. If I come on here and they try to arrest me and say I need to be gone undocumented immigrants or per your knowledge illegal immigrant, right? Because I don't have any paperwork to show them. I can say that I am a legal citizen. How do you know where they're supposed to go if they don't say anything? You have to prove, give evidence, and show that they're not supposed to be here or that they committed a crime before you just send them off somewhere. Or you get people like Garcia because he's not even supposed to be in El Salvador.
Well, you
Putting
know, in
his
a
life
lot
in
of cities,
jeopardy.
I'm
But
sorry,
we need
but
to have due process for him to for us to figure out what exactly should be happening.
when it's in question, they are given a court of habeas if they're immigrants. And they look up the paperwork, find the facts, and see if these people are eligible to be here. Period.
So
Did that happen with?
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
Hawk.
Jess.
Go ahead.
Did that happen with the 200 and something people that went to El Salvador?
I'm sure it did.
It did not.
Why didn't it?
Because the president didn't want to do that. That's the whole point. That's what we're complaining about. They did not get due process. On top of the fact, he's paying them $6 million to keep them in a prison in another country, which, by the way, that skirts the 8th Amendment. Look that one up.
He paying them $6 million a year to keep.
I'm almost positive that these men.
Almost doesn't count.
How you feel doesn't matter, sir. Go look it up.
All right.
They did not get due process. That's what we're arguing
That's
about.
why
Okay,
the
if
judge
they're
is
not
like,
citizens,
bring them
okay,
motherfuckers back.
Listen, if they're not citizens, they don't have to have due process. They
Yes,
get to go
they
back
do,
home.
sir. We've already proved that
They
to
get
you.
to go back home.
No, according to the and as a matter of fact, the one individual the main individual that we're talking about in El Salvador, he had a withhold from removal order from the court from when he did get his due process back in 2019. If they had given him due process this time, they would have seen that he had that withhold from removal order on his record, and they would not have sent him out of the country. They didn't care. They just wanted to get rid of him. So he didn't get due process, and they broke the law by breaking that order from 2019.
I said I would. I know, right, nigga. Drop some coconut. Oh, Pamela. First of all, Susie, thank you for the $4 that said this is for the headline hoochie. Which has me hollering, Pamela. I want to see massive fucking coconuts. I want to see coconuts for like the next 60 seconds. And W Pamela's in the chat. Thank you for the $70 dono. Say, I hope this is enough to kick Uncle Ruckus. Get the fuck out of here. Cause I know you fucking lying. You just kept making up shit as we go, bro. Well, that means you ain't got to do no due process because he's not a citizen and he don't get the Constitution. He's the man. He's got total power. W fucking Pamela right now. W Pamela and coconuts. Yes. And if you're a subscriber, we got coconut stickers now, you guys. If you are a subscriber, we have coconut stickers. W Pamela. Okay. And you're right. It is, baby. You're out of there. Fuck is you talking about?
But Hulk, fun fact about that with that restraining order, protection order he has, you can't deport somebody with one of those nowhere, which is another violation of his rights.
And it was specific that he was not to be deported to El Salvador because that's where he was in danger from.
In order for you to get asylum from.
That is one of the hardest things to get. In order for you to get that, they dig into everything, which means they found enough evidence to prove that he should not be deported.
That's actually harder to get than asylum. They had actually denied his asylum, but they gave him the withholding from removal because they did believe that he would be in danger if he went back. It's harder to get that than it is to get asylum.
Man, I kind of wanted to answer a question you asked earlier, Jessica, if that's okay. About my favorite parts of the Unfuck America tour today.
Yes.
I just wanted to bring it back to a good moment here. One of my favorites was that last guest that they had up, or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what to call him. The Timu Elon Musk that was up on stage.
Oh my god, he was an Elonian wannabe so hard. Yeah. Okay, he had been practicing the walk and everything. You could tell.
And when Erica went up and she said, "I am a cishet woman, and if I could be, I would be GAY." I was like, "That's it right there. That's it right there."
Period. Erica, when she come through here tonight, I'm like, "Girl, you can be. Ain't nobody holding you back. Ain't nobody holding you back. You back. Girl, he was lose your mind with some of these crazies."
Oh, sorry. He was really convinced that people could just choose, to be a part of my community. That's not how that works. But like, I love how she said it. She's like, you know what? If I could not like men, I'd absolutely not like men.
That's why I be encouraging y'all to think about it. Do you really?
Yeah. And then
I
Brett
wouldn't even say men. I would say males. Because I don't even want males to confuse themselves with real men.
That's fair. But also, and then my second favorite was just Brett's whole thing. Brett had everyone in tears. Brett had everyone in tears.
In the restaurant over some queso. It was sad. I was like, oh my God, Brett, I just want to hug you. If you guys don't know Brett, Brett is one of his son was a victim of a school unaliving in the Uvalde shooting. And when Trump was like, we're just going to have to get over it. And since then, he has been an advocate for his son. And I'm just so proud of him. And he moves with such love and passion. And he was giving all the creators Pokemon cards with his picture of his son. Oh my God. Mermaid was showing. It was just like, and then it was like, if you have this Pokemon card, that means that his son is watching. I bawled. I bawled. Oh my God, I bawled.
She put it up on her screen. She was so nice for those of us that, you know, can't be there. And I got a screenshot and I was just like, oh, this is too much.
Screenshot
guys.
it. What was I thinking? Send it to me.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm about to make Brad mail me one of them because now I fell away. Too many people got one. And
I
ain't
need
get
one too, Brad.
I ain't get one yet. You supposed to be my brother.
I want to be protected.
Naquan?
Mermaid made me so proud. Me too. She was out there doing her big one. Helen, her and Erica. I think it was a total of 3, Black women out there. And I just want to say, out of like 50, 60 people, or 25, 30 people or whatever. And I'm just really proud of them, each and every one of them. And yeah, because regardless of what I feel about it, I support my friends and the people that I love and, respect. And yeah, I'm proud of them.
Went hard streaming for us all day.
Yeah.
All day. She didn't stop. She
Mhm.
wanted us all to be able to see.
She's like, I'm your messy bestie too. She was giving us the real tea, which I appreciate.
Did she tell y'all what she was talking to that girl about, the one that tried to bum rush the stage?
I don't know, but
She
if
talked to her
comes
for a
through
long
here-
time.
Yeah, I saw that. And if she comes through here, we definitely got to ask her, you guys.
It was most likely about AB because that's what she jumped up there to rush the stage for. I guess that dude was her boyfriend.
Right, that's what the rumor was. Yeah, the khaki boy with his hands in his pockets the whole damn
felt
time.
some kind of way because he went up there to argue that, but then you got cooked on it. So how can you feel a way about something that was the topic you picked? You picked that topic, so you should not.
He said that he got. Was she sad he got his fifis hurt?
It sounded like, and the police was ready to tackle her. They were ready to tackle her, but that's the topic you picked. This is the problem with. I'm not gonna say all MAGA. Some MAGAs do come with facts, but majority of MAGA and Blagger do not come with facts. They want to talk about something they heard without actually doing the research. They read the headline and be like, "Oh, see, look, I told you I was right." Then I go look up that same research, and you were wrong.
Jesse, your subscription about to end. You gotta make sure you don't. Okay. Thank you for that daily heart me. Bonner, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great. You guys had a great conversation, so I just wanted to speak on the prompt. Don't want to take up too much of everyone's time, but I think everyone should start to be more, I wouldn't say involved, but aware of what's going on in their communities, not even on the federal level, but like state, local, and city. I think I'm coming from a non-political background running for federal, which is kind of crazy, but even with that, being in the community and going to these small events throughout my district, I've realized people don't realize how much power you have and how much you can do. You don't have to be part of Democrat or Republican if you want to be moderate or do whatever. These positions are non-bipartisan, so you could run. And for instance, like your board of commissioner, if you run, those are the people that provide the funding for your community. If you don't want your rent to go up, if you don't want your property taxes to go up, you want a certain type of businesses coming to your communities and things like that, you guys should be aware of that. But that's not public. It is public knowledge. People don't really speak about that, and it should be spoken about. And I'm running on that campaign of bringing that information to the people and then uniting us in a better front of this is for us and not big corporations. And we can unfuck America. It's gonna take a lot, but I think we need to really document everything and post everything and show people that we're not so fucking crazy. I work for a Belgium company, so I work with a lot of Europeans at times. And after the whole election, it was awkward because they were like, "Are you like Donald Trump?" And I'm like, "I'm black. I'm not like that." But just in general, they get that bad stereotype and things like that. So my goal is just to spread the knowledge, help everyone. And I push you or people on this panel to run for office, do something for your community.
Be the change you want to see. Where people are asking also to in the chat, where can they donate?
In my link in my bio, you guys can go there or go to my
support,
IG.
vote, everything.
I
Whatever.
have no
Spread the
problem.
news.
Yeah, I have no problem supporting you, but I need to know what are your stance first. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm
Are
a
you
big
on Instagram? Do you have like a
it's my user name on here, Bonner for Congress.
okay.
I'm a big pusher for, of course, no defunding the Department of Education, fixing our immigration process. Yo aprendido español.
Yeah,
very
¿tú hablas
big on-
español?
Yeah, sí.
No, está bien.
Muy
No,
bueno.
vamos muy poquito. Estoy entendiendo.
All right, Royal family, y'all know what to do. Give that man a follow. Show him some support. We need more Black strong people in there.
Yeah, and I think to
and
be
I
honest,
know Tim Scott's.
yeah, exactly. Millennial and Gen Z, we make up only, I think, 16% of the Congress, and we're 42% of the country. That doesn't make sense why we're not in there. We should make bills and push these bills for us, not these older generations that aren't going to see the repercussions and things like that. So I really want to change that. Supporting our veterans, of course. Free healthcare, to be honest. I know a lot of friends that have, unfortunately, like Crohn's disease and things like that, and they can't go to treatments at times because they can't afford it. Housing.
Jesse, I appreciate you. Drop some coconuts for Jesse in the chat. Come on, Jesse and Jessica. My apologies. Go ahead.
You're fine. But yeah, I want people to be very aware of their community and what they can actually do and not feel helpless. I know this Trump administration has made us feel very like we can't do anything, but you can. And on the local level, you can implement laws to kind of prevent stuff from screwing you over and things like that. And then find who represents you and call them out on their bullshit. If they're a stock, if they're trading stock in Congress and things like that, and they're making millionaires, I'll be honest, most of the people in the chat probably aren't millionaires in the chat. Why is that person making money off of his position? It shouldn't be like that. So,
drop some coconuts for Alina in the chat too, you guys.
Hey, brother, a few people.
Say it with your chest, right?
A few people said check your Venmo. So,
oh shit, I appreciate that.
If you are about what you're talking about, you have my support. I have family in Georgia.
What state? Oh, you say you're in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
District 13. I'm a man of my word. Y'all can hold me to receipts. If y'all see me on the news and be like, "Oh, he said this," hold me to that. I'm not gonna switch up. I'm not taking from big PACs, lobbyists, and things like that. This is for the people, for the people. I'm a public servant. That's the goal for you, no one else.
Is that
we love that. And I know a few people who are in here who are in Georgia. I don't know what district you guys are in, but definitely give him a follow. Look up his name. You can also go to is it bluevoterguide.net? Hold on one second.
Somebody put the Ballotpedia in the chat.
Can I ask you, is that close to like Greensburg and stuff? Is it Statesburg? Greenburg, I believe it is.
No. So like, a little, it's a weird, they gerrymandered the district, to be honest with you. So it's like Clayton County, Gwinnett County, Rock.
Okay, I know where you at. Yeah, I got family in that county. So if you are a man of your word, I have no problem having my family back.
Word. I am not switching up. I don't care about the money. I don't want the money or the fame. I'm here for you guys. I have a 9-year-old son. I take care of my dad. That's a veteran. My mom was a federal worker for 35 years and she retired because of Mr. Trump. My sister works for a Title I school in Decatur. So all of these policies have affected my family and things like that. So I can't just sit back and let it happen. Then I get on TikTok and Instagram and see my friends and family. I don't want to see us down, and I want to give us hope, and I want to spark the next generation of people in here and show them what the fuck we're really about.
Facts. And also, you guys, you can go to bluevoterguide.org, where you can be able to put in your zip code, and it'll tell you who all's running locally. And you can also see again if he's in your district as well. So if you are in the Discord, you are a subscriber, you are a royal family member, definitely click down in the voter resource in the resources tab and look in the first tab that says resources. I'm going to put voter resources, but you can not only is bluevoterguide.org, you can put in your zip code, city, states, and they'll tell you who I was running and when that election is. But they'll also too runforsomething.net, which if you want to run for something locally as
Do it.
well, they'll be able to help you, tell you what you need to do, and also be a mentor to you. What up, D-Step? So definitely utilize those um what's that called? Those resources there. Erica, you just fucked me up. Hey, money. First of all, Erica, if you are in here, please come up. Please come up right now. But drop some fucking coconuts.
You can drop me for her. Absolutely. Please do. Please do.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much, kid. I appreciate you. Drop some coconuts for Erica, but also from Corey. Corey, come to the motherfucking front, Corey. Thank you for the $50 dono. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to make her credit.
A few people in the comments want to know if you get in, do you
Hold on, real quick before you answer that question, before you ask him that question, because I don't want to get off. I want to see massive coconuts for Corey, and W. Corey's in the chat. Okay, go ahead, Naquan. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Corey. I love you. And Erica, if you're in here, get your ass up here.
A few people want to know if you get in, do you plan on fighting back against this administration?
Oh, hell yeah. I believe in a little bit of good trouble and civil disobedience. I feel like we haven't really shown how we're feeling and not just saying, oh, it is what it is. Voice your concerns. If we got to protest, do whatever, say fuck no. I think one of the biggest things that got me kind of riled up was when they didn't barge into the Department of Education because one security guard was blocking the door.
I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
Exactly. I'm not going to let one person stop. I got to stand up for what's right and things like that. So I'm going to stand up for the people and people that don't have voices. So that's my big thing.
We love that. We love that. Tap the screen, you guys. Please give Bonner a follow. Again, if you are in Georgia, District 13, please, please, please. Yes, protest with your money, y'all. We have to get used to investing in each other. We buy a lot of stuff that we don't need. And we got to just get used to investing in each other. Because one thing the conservatives will do is put their money where their mouth is, or where their ideology is, or where they want where the policy is, okay, or whoever is going to be able to push. They have no problem doing that, you guys, and it only comes back to benefit you in all types of ways. Okay, think wealth mindset as well. Phone calls and emails have a big effect as well. For those who say I don't have any money, again, Heather, really good one. Phone calls and emails have a big effect. And they put their money where their bigotry is. Yes, facts. Thank you. I was looking for a very clever word. The conservatives have no problem putting their money where their bigotry is. So we need to put ours where our hope is. Oh, come on, hope. Yes. Also too. Poll cards are bigly. Come on, bigly. Yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of Stacy, I would love for you to chime in. How are you doing tonight, beautiful?
Good afternoon, Jess, or evening, Jess. Hello, panel. Hello, chat. Thank you so much for having me up.
Of course.
It's been a day, right? It's been a week,
Yes,
it's been a month, it's been years, like the longest year forever, only on month 4.
Which is crazy.
To be Representative Bonner, thank you so much for your advocacy, for your commitment to your community, for your commitment to the United States, and for your commitment to the Constitution. I think you have a lot of supporters in here. We will be spreading the word. We will be donating as we can and accordingly. And I just love your refreshing tone. I love, it sounds like you are speaking finally the messaging. The messaging doesn't have to come out of the deep section of Merriam-Webster. It has to come from the deepest part of your heart. It has to come from the deepest part of your soul so that people can understand and relate to you. As much as we can't stand this man, he has a horde of people behind him because he just said shit. How many times did they say, well, I just like the way he talks, right? Because they didn't need a thesaurus or a dictionary to understand what he was talking about. right? He just came out and said it. And I love your communication style. I love the way you just say it and make it plain. And I wish you so much success. And I'll be doing everything I can on my part. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm not in your state, but that's okay. I can robocall from here. I can send postcards from here. And postcards are bigly impactful because you can ignore an email. You can eventually get to your voicemails, but I mean, you can sort of halfway listen to them while you're scrolling TikTok and just delete them, Johns, when you get to the end of it. But there is something about coming into your office and seeing postal bags full of mail sitting there that you have to go through. So and a postcard, just like we saw Cory Booker do during his filibuster, slips of paper. It doesn't have to be a physical postcard. It has to come from your heart. It has to go to them, and it has to come from your heart. You have to reach out, write letters to your editors, have to reach out to your Congress people and write them an email, and then take a screenshot of it, and then post that screenshot on your social media and tag them Johns. Tag them.
Bring them to the light.
Hold them accountable. Right? Because when they're in their office, reading through having to loot through all these postcards, that'll be a pain in the ass. Dealing with I'm in PA, so I let Christy Houlihan have a piece of my mind when she did Al Green dirty. I was like, listen, if you cannot lead the charge, then please step out of the way. Please do not work against it.
Yeah.
But there's also something about putting them on blast on social, because we know that is where they live and breathe and die. And rather on social. So you taking a picture of an email that you sent to them, asking them for a count of something that they've done, some way they voted, something you need them to be more vocal about. And then you take a screenshot of that, put it on your social and tag them in it. And then maybe start tagging your local news stations. And then maybe start tagging your local newspaper, your small town paper. Like if you live in a rural area, write a letter to the editor to one of your small town paper, one of these publications that are just always in your mailbox. People are doing that, and it's making a huge impact. So I just wanted to speak on that a little bit and give you some flowers in advance. Love what you're doing. Thank you so much for all of that.
Well, thank you.
Right?
I appreciate you guys.
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to say was something that I heard mentioned, and I had thought about it, but I thought we need to start saying this more often. All these people that are concerned or unconcerned and unbothered about these immigrants that are not receiving due process, and they're like they're not citizens. They don't get due process. I start with, so remember when the towers fell? Remember when these people took over our airplanes, flew them into our buildings, and unalived our citizens? We couldn't wait to drag their asses into court. We couldn't wait to see them on TV. We couldn't wait to see them get what we thought was coming to them. Why is it different now? Would you have been okay if President Bush had just said, let's pack them up and send them back to wherever they came from? No, because people wanted their pound of flesh. People wanted to see justice. There was no outcry of, why are we offering these people due process? They aren't our citizens. There was none of that. So I would just keep reminding people of that it's still the same thing applies. And the only reason why they feel
Thank you. Can I get some WCCs as well as some W bonus? Thank you both so much for coming up. I appreciate it.
You guys.
Of course. And good luck. Definitely come by every now and again so that we can remind the people.
People and be active, please. I'm gonna hold you guys accountable. I'm not saying this year, but in the next 2 years, try to run for something in your city, even if it's on your local school board and things like that. Make a change. Show people that you can make a difference in your community, and it's not hopeless.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
My name.
Bye.
What I was about to say. Oh, Jesus, you know my Jesus told me, he said he's gonna let my little light shine. Fantastic. Yeah, come in, Mr. Fantastic. Ballet boombastic. Welcome in. Hey guys, what does it mean to Unfuck America to you? Today we have watched the Unfuck America tour in one live or another or throughout all of them. Some good, some interesting, some bad, some pivoting, some this, some that. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? Fantastic. Are you here? Papa.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, but I think your phone is having some issues. It sounds really, really staticky.
Really?
Yeah, we can't hear you really.
What do I do?
Maybe go out, close the app out, and come back in.
All right.
All right. Yes, but what does it mean to you, you guys? What does it mean to you? I'm too gonna save all of my what's that called? My thoughts, thoughts and prayers. My thoughts to the end. Definitely don't want them to be influential. Well, yeah, Papa, it sounds like you're on the AM radio.
No. I went out and I came back.
I don't know what it is. Did you drop your phone in some water or something?
No.
We can barely hear you. If you make it really quick, maybe.
I had it on the charger. I can take it off the charger.
Try that.
Okay. All right. I did.
Say something now.
How you doing tonight?
I can't really hear you, but we don't hear all the static. We don't hear that. We just gotta be. Are you on Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Are you talking directly to the phone?
To the phone.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I do every time I talk to you.
Okay. I don't know why it sounded like that. I don't know what may have happened, but it's okay. Let's just make it quick because we can't really hear you.
Okay. Well, my thought to the sign you got behind you is it's gonna take a strong collective that has a strong elasticity to it, and I know you're gonna make sure that it does. People like you are the elasticity.
Hold on, Papa. It got a little worse. We can't hear you at all now. Somebody said try resetting your phone, like cutting it off and cutting it back on.
Okay.
Okay, try that.
All right.
All right, come right back because we can't hear.
And why you think you old enough to know what AM radio sound like?
Oh, me? I saw it in the chat because I don't even listen to. Oh my goodness. I do know when you're editing and you click AM radio, that's one of the sound effects that come through. I do know that. I do know that. It's important for me to show support the cause by donating to those on the front line. Shout out to Pamela. Pamela again, you guys. Stephanie, how you feeling, beautiful? I meant to message you earlier. Ding!
What's happening?
How's it going? What station you listen to on AM radio, Latrine? How was
I'm
first
on
of all,
the
how are
talk.
you?
I didn't know y'all were old enough to know what AM radio sounded like.
That's what I said.
It's a sound effect on CapCut. I mean, on one of these editing services. So if you put in AM radio, like.
Because you got to get out the radio with the big old antennas and swing them around trying to find the signal.
Well, we better figure it out just in case the internet go down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if the internet goes down, young people won't know what to do with themselves.
No, Polly, you're not. What's before or after a dinosaur? She said, "Are we dinos if we know about AM radio?"
Wow.
I mean, talk is pretty close.
Hey.
It's still
We're
a
not,
thing.
we're not that far behind him, Naquan.
Hey man, I rolled out. Well,
Teach me Morse code, okay?
being that I got a cold, and on top of getting old, I rolled out the bed and did not want to move.
Where did Selena go? Okay.
I know that feeling.
You first of all, quick level set. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Please tap the screen. Let's get up to 100K. We should be able to do this in the next 5 minutes. So by 10:55, or we'll have to go into the sub only chat. We are 3 subs away from our goal of 225 and 7 kiss me's away. Kiss me through the phone. Okay. Mwah. And also the best way to support the live is via Cash App and or Venmo, which is I'm Jessica Simone. And the pay links are in the bio. Please feel free to add your own message as well. It's always greatly appreciated. Or if you have a question for the panel. So yes, Dean, what does it mean to unfuck America?
For me, it's you've got to try, and it's going to be damn near impossible to try to re-educate people to understand that half the country
My bad. Papa, it sound like you fighting somebody, Papa. Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't even looking at the phone. I'm like, is he back? No, he is. But you've got to try to re-educate people to understand that half the country is not the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we spent a long time, disagreeing about how to get where we're going, but we're all going the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And we've lost that somewhere, and I don't know what the answer is to try to bring that back.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about the Unfuck America tour that we watched today?
Unfortunately, I had literally had clients all day, so I couldn't watch like bits and pieces here and there. But it looked like they had a good crowd, and I caught like the end of it. I caught like Parker and Dean's speeches at the end. So it looked like it was a pretty good crowd, but I haven't unfortunately seen enough to really have a great opinion of it.
Gotcha, no problem. Naquan, thank you for the $15 donor for the love. I love you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Naquan has been in this thing since the very beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had time just to like sit down and watch a couple hours straight just to like check it out. But I heard Charlie Kirk was a duck out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he ran. He didn't want no smoke. He didn't want none of it. He was just ignoring it. Even when they asked, "Why don't you debate Dean and Parker?" He was just like, next question, please. Also, too, you guys, if you have another device, could you put it in our YouTube so we can accumulate some hours there? I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up button too if you're on YouTube or when you go over there. Or if you can leave real quick and go hit the thumbs button and come back, put a comment, say hi. I'd appreciate it. We have to get these hours up just in case TikTok is not here, so we can have a bit much more of a smooth transition over to YouTube. It was so many creators, amazing creators today. Starscream, I would have to 100% agree.
So y'all want to hear something funny? So apparently, the original permit for the America tour was supposed to have been right next to him, a tent right next to him. But all of a sudden, the original permit got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, allegedly, he called the school and tell them to move them on the other side. Mr. Jones 8, John 8, man, it was all lit. Okay, Erica 8, Mermaid 8. Who else in addition? Santana 8. Santana brought his sounds to that bitch. Hey, money! Erica, if you have a quick second to come up, please do, or whenever you have time. I literally just said your name. I was talking about how you ate down and then B-I-B-I, okay? Hector 8, oh, and did. I know they're all together, so it's too loud in here. I figured. That's why I asked. No problem. Why you fucking lying?
Yeah,
Why
I
you
caught the end of
always
Erica's.
lying? You said what?
I caught the end of Erica's live, and like I said, Dean and Parker's speeches and some of the after. But
I was just telling how you ate down. That's all. That is it, girl. I was just telling how you was like, You ain't gonna do it. My daughter and my kids are not gonna go to school so they can be safe. I'm like, let them motherfuckers know, Erica. And then Brett came up there, you gave him a hug, and then Brett took over. He was like, I was tag teaming like the WWE. You know what I'm talking about? It was giving yes. Okay. But I'm so proud of y'all.
And the
I'm
crazy
so
thing is, Brett was just about to leave, because he didn't want to debate nobody else. He wanted Charlie Kirk. He didn't want nobody else into that.
Who?
He wanted Charlie. He didn't want
No, who wanted Charlie? Who didn't want nobody else?
Brett.
Brett.
Oh yeah, and I get that
Brett.
because he
He didn't
said
want
something
nobody
about
else.
something about like it was okay, to sacrifice people's lives for your quote unquote for Second Amendment so you can have your pew pew.
Yeah. Brett, he was just going to get in his car, literally to leave, and got a text message and told them that they were talking about 2-8. He came flying back
And
that
he
way.
did.
You
He came in there and
run
threw that
into the
backpack
camera.
off. All the creators went live. Had me tearing up. They had me crying, girl. So I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, Starscream, or they, them. I don't know what your pronouns are, but they had me crying, child. They had me crying. Oh my goodness. It was the passion. And that's because, for a while it was starting to feel like the plot was getting lost. The mission was getting lost. And you know, in a way things didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen. So, at least pieces of the mission could be found. It's always W Tashika. I love Tashika, okay? I love that she's unapologetically her, a black woman, however that may look for her. I give her grace as we give everybody else grace, as we always give white tea grace. But I'm just in a space in my life where we, especially as black people, need to give each other grace to learn and grow and be better. I love me some Tashika, okay? And I love that. And I feel like even too, I know she's young but very smart. And I still feel like I watch her grow and mature and but still authentically, keep, the authenticity of herself. And I love it. I don't give a fuck. And we need to be gardening. I need to be gardening right now. Okay? Her voice is needed. Exactly. We need all types of voices and not ones that people feel like that they can tame or it's palatable or like, oh, we don't need all good Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We need all Negroes. Yes, we need all. Okay. And because we are not a monolith and we come in different sizes, shapes, colors, shades, voices, tones, ages. Yeah, all of that. All of that. And it's all needed. Started my garden this season. Oh man.
To the cool in the comment, come up or get muted for the whole live.
That part, Corey.
Because I'm starting to believe you just cosplaying as a black person because y'all love to do that on this freaking app.
I do not know how to pronounce your name right above Dean, right above DAD.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you was
Yeah.
on mute, half of it was gone. So all I saw was AES. And I'm like,
that's
AES?
fine.
Okay. But
ass.
now, as soon as you came off mute, I could see the rest of it. Okay. How you doing, Asterisk?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Love
I
that for
cannot complain. What does it mean to unfuck America?
Well, it's a loaded question, obviously. I kind of wanted to come up here and talk about the tour today.
Yes, that's what
I did. Yeah. I mean, like, what does unfuck America mean to you? I don't know if I have a question. I don't know if I have the
maybe I should
solution,
have added
right?
to it.
But
What does it mean to for well no. What does it mean to unfuck America? In regards to the tour that everybody has watched all day today, what does
yeah,
it mean
I mean,
to
I
you?
think that Dad below me, DAD, had said, like a re-education, and I really agree with that. Here, I watched a lot of content from today. I thought some creators cooked so hard, and it was amazing to see. However, I also agree that like Brett, I think, was probably like one of the most compelling people that I think I saw.
Yeah. You can tell that the mission is still his forefront.
100%.
Yeah.
the concern I have, and I watch a lot of these like debate lives all the time. The concern I have is I don't think I saw a lot of people today who left, like people that they debated, leave with their minds changed. And that's what concerns me more, right? Is like, I love that they're going out there and they're talking to people, but it almost feels still like an IRL echo chamber where everyone in the audience who's cheering already believes what, the creators that went believe. And the people that they debate, they don't walk away with hearts or minds changed. And I think that's, to me, that's what I've always I struggle with. I come from a conservative Catholic family, and at least some of my family members have voted for Trump, even though, I've tried to have these conversations, and they're not MAGA, thank God my family's not MAGA, but they will probably just always vote red. And again, that's just my biggest concern is how do we change the hearts and minds of people? And I think that starts with re-education, but unfortunately, I think we're also in a place where we're just so polarized that how do you get out of that, right? We're just farther and farther apart that maybe some people in the middle, you can change their minds and hearts, but that's the frustrating thing for me, the takeaway for me today is I don't think anyone left being oh, that guy had a really great point, and I think I'm actually going to vote blue in the future, and I know that part's disappointing, even though I was thoroughly entertained. I loved it. I still hope they do more of it, but I also wonder how much good it does.
Lady Lando, thank you for the $5 towards the goal. I appreciate you, and we are too probably going to go into a supplement chat so we can get to 100K, you guys. Drop some coconuts for Lady Lando, though. Thank you so much, beautiful. We are starting to get down there and go. She just started a $5 train. Let's get.
You should be at 105, sis, after the 15 I sent you, because I think on my screen I saw 125.
Right, and you said 15 bid. Thank you so much. It's the quick math that I don't be getting together. Thank you, Naquan.
Well, you're multitasking, so
I think that I get what you're saying wholeheartedly. There's a lot of good points. A lot of things can be true. It's Aggie territory. The people who are cheering them on already believe that. This is what I've had to realize in being getting into political talk. Yelling at MAGA or getting yelled at by MAGA for the most part, because I don't necessarily. It was 125 when Naquan sent, and then I put it to 110. No, 115, but I should have put it to 110. Yeah, and then Lady Lando just sent 5, so we go down to 15. And then some days, when I'm about to go in here, I'm like, is it even worth it? Am I getting yelled at for nothing? Am I exhausting my energy for anything? But sometimes it's those silent messages that you get on the side, or when you see people out and it was like, because of you I voted this first time. When girl said that she worked in some type of nursing type home or with elderly people, and she would play my lives, and she pretty much changed the entire, and it's like a little small rural area, changed it from red to blue. Caribou, thank you for the 15. I appreciate you. I'm gonna add this one up right. Okay. Drop some coconuts for Caribou in the chat, you guys. Thank you, love. Now we're down to 90. She said that she was able to change the entire little small city from red to blue because they were all listening to my lives while she was working. So sometimes we don't get to see the behind the scenes stuff, and that can be some of the discouraging part, because there are people out there who aren't going to say anything, who may have voted MAGA, but then sometimes all you have to do is plant the seeds, and that way when they pick up information from other people along the way, that's like the nutrients, that's like the water, because the seed is already there. So sometimes it's not, we can't automatically see when they walk away like, I'm going to change my mind. But not only are you planted the seeds, there are people who are quiet in the audience There are people who are loud in the audience who received information that now that they can go and pass that information on to others and change their mind. So sometimes it's not the immediate gratification, but sometimes, it's just about planting the seed. So, but I definitely get that because I
Yeah.
felt like that a few times when I'm about to go live. And it is those messages that keep me going, you know?
Yeah, I see them often on some creators' lives where people are like, "Oh, I never thought about that way."
Mm-hmm.
I and I think like unfortunately the nature of a lot of the debates that happen here on TikTok, and then I think it happened a lot today, it turns into like a screaming match, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
of just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh well, I got you, and like I totally agree with you. Plant the seeds, and like part of the reason I think I watch them is because I want to be better equipped on like how I can talk to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I get, like, oh, that's a really good point. I really like that point. I'm going to use that. But I just wonder if, like, I don't want to be like tone police people, obviously, but like, I think there's something to be said about how information gets dispersed that like if you're really trying to like get the people that are a little bit deeper in the trenches, you can't go for the gut, like you can't go for the jugular all the time, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But
That's
but
why
that's
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But then it's the repeat offenders. I'm just gonna call them repeat offenders because they keep coming in here with the same bull crap, even after you show them the information.
Oh yeah.
Look it up.
And I get that part.
And I was also going to say that's also why we have different voices, though. Like today, right? We heard from a lot of different people today, and those messages came, but they came in different facets from each one of them. So
Yeah.
somebody's got to pick up on one of those.
But then
That's a really
also,
good point.
also the message is not always for the person you talking to. It could be their friend that hears the stuff they say and then hear the truth and be like, "Oh, nah, something ain't right."
Mm-hmm.
So it's not always for the person that you're directly talking to. All it takes is one person to switch another person to switch two people that have switched four people. But yes, always arguing is not, and I try to avoid it as much as possible now. But some of these repeat offenders, it just
Well, I appreciate y'all for doing what you do, and that's all I really came up here to say. So I appreciate you, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Ashton. I appreciate
All right.
it.
Take good care.
Aubrey.
That's why. Oh,
Go ahead. D.
no, I was gonna say, and that's why, Naquan, I've kind of started doing the same thing. I try to avoid the whole yelling, screaming back and forth lies anymore because there's no point in it. It's having conversations is what's going to start changing some of these minds. And like the lady that said that she had her the radio on or you're live on at her work, and they changed all their minds eventually, because that's the thing. If you're just able to listen and you don't have the ability to get up in the chat or to get up on the panel and start yelling and screaming, is if you're just listening, it sinks in a little bit better because you have the chance to actually hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
also everybody delivers message differently. We can't tell somebody how to change how they deliver their message.
Yeah.
It might work the best for them. If they switch to a tone like this, they might not be able to get the message out to some people. Some people actually like the yelling and the screaming and the ratchet acting.
That part.
People,
Yeah.
it attracts them. It keeps their attention. It makes them listen. Style of debate.
Oh, Papa. I'm sorry, Papa. I don't know what's wrong with your phone, Papa.
Yeah, it's the same problem, Papa. But some people get bored with this style of battling. That's the reason Santana. One of the reasons Santana's go from late night with Santana to sparring with Santana. And more people usually tune in to sparring with Santana.
Because don't underestimate how much people love chaos, and that's no matter what side you're on.
Oh, yeah, people love
I mean,
some
shit, I
kind of
watch Zeus
excitement.
Network because it's get a little wretched. I'm saying, guilty. Okay. So, go what you about to say?
It was weird. I was on Mo Moderate's live earlier tonight, and they had three people on there. It was a weird progression. They had one guy who'd already become like said, okay, I voted for Trump, hate him, never going to vote Republican again. Another guy that had voted for Trump, regretted his vote, but still hadn't swung away from voting Republican. And a third guy who had just listened to a few lives recently and was thinking about changing his mind. So you had kind of like all three stages of reaching people.
True.
That's the problem too. A lot of them is only starting to change their mind because it's affecting them personally. And that's the mindset that we have to get out of. Us as human, we are supposed to be caring, whether you are men or women. We are supposed to be caring beings. And we somehow have lost that.
Capitalism disintegrates the soul.
Yes. People are so money hungry that they will
get a bag.
Devil.
But you're gonna be in a bag. Keep playing.
Like people, that saying of signing your soul over to the devil because you want to be rich and famous, it is coming to fruition.
So sad that they only care when it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
and you're
and
gonna
that's
be looking left and right for somebody to help you, and nobody's gonna be there.
I've seen recently. I read a couple articles like I think it's Norway and Denmark, like try to teach empathy to kids in school. You know, teach them how to care about other people.
We were doing that in some states here, and then MAGA. I remember this during the campaign train. MAGA was getting mad that schools were teaching kids empathy in school. It was wild. It was wild. Like not teaching them to care. You're mad about that, but
well, that's part of that dreaded DEI.
Yeah.
If y'all think that is wild, in Indiana, there is a senator that is trying to pass a bill to remove consent from language being taught. That consent is needed, whether you are a man or a woman. He is literally trying to remove that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is the world we live in because
you shouldn't even be able to be somebody to present a bill if that's the type of shit you presenting.
And he's the only one that came up with this bill. He didn't consult anybody or anything.
Of course not.
You can look this stuff up. I watch.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
When you figure it out, or when you see, send it to me.
I'm gonna send it to you. I seen it on TikTok at first, so I went to go watch it, and I keep forgetting to send this stuff. I need to start getting better with that.
I think it was in Indiana, for what it's worth.
Yeah,
I think it was Indiana.
I believe that's where it was, and he's literally trying to remove teaching that to kids in school. Wow. Consent is needed. It's needed.
Thank you, Pop.
If you feel like being taught consent is not needed, there is something wrong with you.
We need his address for postcards. Well, yes, the fuck we do.
And
because that is crazy.
The fact that there's somebody that wants to end teaching that is
let
the
you know what they're trying to do. Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Somebody check his browser history.
Oh, hell yeah.
USB drive, check his everything.
You know there's going to be some 3PDO stuff on there somewhere.
That is the first thing that popped to my mind. If
probably great fantasy.
Yeah, if he's willing to remove consent being taught, he is one of the people that feel like he don't need to get consent.
That's crazy. Morgan, how you doing, love?
I'm good. I didn't want to interrupt. Everybody has such amazing things to say, so I just didn't want to interrupt. I wanted to kind of touch on what the last lovely lady that was up here said about the tour. I also skipped most of work today to watch what was going on, which was fantastic. I'm so inspired by all of these people who are wanting to go out and try to reverse any, the damage that's been done. So I think for me, it was great to see and hear the other voices. I think I've listened to Dean and Parker since before the election for quite some time. And I think they get lost in their talking points sometimes. They repeat and again, I don't want to, like she said, be the tone police.
Right.
But I do think that the aggressiveness coming across and the belittling and the demeaning. I hear so many people that are MAGA in their chat, not in their chat, but like up there sometimes that are like, well, how am I supposed to even talk to you if you're just going to yell at me? And I get it. Like, I'm not trying to stand up for a MAGA by any means.
I get what you mean.
But, you know, we aren't going to reach people unless we can rein in our own, sometimes self-righteousness, to hear them, maybe try to understand a little bit better why they feel and believe the things that they do, because somehow it's ingrained in them. It's embedded in their, you know, unfortunately, my parents are MAGA. So I've had many conversations, emotional, passionate, and not, and some logical. And I don't know what it takes, you know, to break through to these people. Because if I can't break through to my folks, I don't know who I can break through to.
Right.
But, you know, I do appreciate all of the effort that everybody is putting into going out and trying to be at the same place as Charlie Kirk, or, you know, anyone else who's trying to spread lies and fascism and misinformation to re-educate people. I just think that it definitely needs to be done in a way where we can reach the people where they're at. And I know, I think one of the gentlemen down below, I can't remember which one, said that sometimes, you know, with repeat offenders, just drop them. You know, like if you know someone's been up there and they're about to start their bullshit again, just drop them. Like don't give them a platform to spill their bullshit all over the place. There's a person on here who I absolutely love and will fall asleep to his voice every night because he's amazing, but like he will let the same bullshitters up for entertainment, and I'm just like, why are we giving them the platform to spread their nonsense?
But we also been able to change some repeat offenders' minds. So the best thing is not to always drop them, because some repeat offenders we have changed. True, before election we changed 3 or 4 people's minds here, and they were diehard Trump fanatics, right? Diehard Trump fanatic. So some people you can change their mind even when they're a repeat offender. It just takes longer.
For sure. No, I totally
some
get
people
that.
like Bloomberg. You just
I
be thinking Bloomberg gonna make it. It was like right when I think he's gonna take a step forward, he take a step back. My bad, y'all. We in a sub only chat. Oh damn, I thought we was. Keep tapping. Let's get to 150K.
Yeah,
I must have
Bloom
missed
always
them.
takes that sidestep.
Yo, facts. Oh my goodness. But you you're absolutely right, Morgan.
And again, no disrespect to Parker and Dean. They're fantastic. I mean, they've clearly made a big name for themselves doing this. And I do think that they are affecting people and making change. I just think sometimes they need to, I mean, they're young guys too. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think they
doing
need to
this for so
recognize.
long, it's important to take a step back and ask yourself and remind yourself why you're doing it. Because it's so easy to get caught up in the monotony of it and just going through the ropes or going through the entertainment, getting caught up in the this and the that. And so that's why I try to always remember, like, what's your mission? Why are you doing it? Why does this matter to you? You know?
Totally. Well, thank you for letting me up. Also, your skin is glowing, by the way. You look fucking gorgeous. So
thank you. I've been
You're
trying
welcome.
you know what
Drop
you
that
guys have?
skincare routine.
I have been I've had this probably like the last couple of weeks. Now I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's a lot of water weight on me, in which you can allegedly the body baby say you can get rid of by just I guess not drinking water. Thank y'all so much. But I feel like since I've been drinking more water, and then, you know how they always say water helps everything, but you're like, I hate drinking water. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I feel like my skin has gotten much clearer since I've been drinking, like trying to drink almost a gallon or a gallon of water a day. So I got this from Five and Below for $5. No, I got it from the Dollar Tree for $5.
Oh, amazing.
Not the Dollar Tree because it should be a
$1.
$1. Yeah, and it just kind of helps remind you and keep you going. But I have noticed that a little bit since I've been drinking it, that my skin has gotten a little better. So I would equate it to water.
Well, glowing. I'm definitely gonna have to step up my water game. So thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. I love all of you. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love to you, darling.
See ya.
Um, Dean, thank you so much for coming up. I'm gonna drop you down too, love.
Alrighty. Always good to see all y'all. Have a good
Yes,
night.
you too. Pawpaw. I think it's still bad, Pawpaw. Pawpaw.
How about now?
We can barely hear you, and it's got a lot of static.
I checked everything. I'm off Bluetooth and everything. I'm on the iPhone. This is the one I use every time I come up.
I have no clue.
Yeah, but real quick, Charlie Kirk, irrelevant. Cooking him ain't gonna do it for us.
Facts.
What's gonna do it for us is this strong, not coalition. I'm going to say, you know, yeah, like
He said cooking Charlie Kirk is not relevant, and cooking him ain't gonna do nothing for us. Period.
period. And what's gonna do this for us is a continuance of this collective that you have play a big part in. And to me, you are the elasticity to keep it strong.
Thank you, Papa. Well, Papa said that I play a big part, and I'm part of the elasticity that keeps this strong. Some people can't hear you at all, Papa, so I'm just kind of reiterating what you're saying.
Okay. Coalition is what's going to get it for us.
Yeah.
Of the people. But the coalition has to have elasticity to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes someone like Jessica to be the elasticity of it.
Thank you, Papa. I appreciate you.
You understand? Charlie Kirk is irrelevant.
Charlie Kirk is irrelevant. I agree.
Because his followers already molded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can take the repeat offenders and cook them 2 or 3 times here, and probably the third time change them.
Mm-hmm. He said that we can take the repeat offenders and cook them like 2 or 3 times here, and then possibly change them,
But
because
not
College Kirk's people he have already molded.
so. We gonna keep up the coalition, because that is the change. It makes changes. You know what I mean? One individual can't make a change. It takes a coalition of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it takes people like Jessica Crone, who is the elasticity to this coalition.
Period, Papa. Period. But
Let
I
them know.
gotta drop you down because it's starting to be hard for me to hear you too. And I repeated everything, so everybody, I just want to thank you for always, believing in me. This panel, each and every one of us. It was a beautiful day when we were able to adopt you as our Papa, our virtual Papa. We love you, Papa.
Thank you.
I hate that we can't hear him. Good night, all. Have a good night. Good night, darling. We have 90 days left in tonight's. Oh, Nancy, I'm so sorry I missed it. Nancy, are you still in here? Nancy, thank you for the $10 dono. For you. I appreciate you. Messing with his phone. Yeah, Elani will play too goddamn much. Thank you, Nancy. I'm so sorry I missed it. It was like 16 minutes ago. Are you still in here, Nancy? Let me put it in the Discord. Cause you may not have been there. I appreciate all of the love. Thank you, Nancy. And also too, Polly. And Trish, there is a tab called Source Dump under the resources thing. Put all of like our TikToks and articles and stuff there. I called Tashika like an Avenger. Okay, period. Period. Open up the rings. Don't be on it. I know, you guys, and I gotta get up early in the morning. What was I about to say? But last night I walked out on my goal. Tonight I'm not doing that. Tonight I'm not doing that. I have a lot to take care of tomorrow. A lot to do. Let's see. Uh-oh, they're getting 2 minutes apart. Shit. Alrighty then. If anybody else want to come up and talk about what it means to unfuck America? Send this woman your coins, okay, y'all. Nah.
I was
Right
about to
now.
say it's over 200 people in here. If only 80 of y'all send $1, then she could go to bed.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to come together and we can't all put it on one person, you guys. We can't always put it on one person like they're gonna come through. We all gotta play a part. I do, but I'm in trouble now right now. Okay, the kids got you in trouble right now. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hey Venus, Susie.
Hello, I'm just here for the let's go on and break Jess off so she can finish her goal and go to bed. Can we
We
go?
was up late last night, okay?
We was up real late. I paid for it. Supposed to not be in the office right now, but here I am. So,
come on, Daquan with the dollar train. Who's next? Go, 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 go. Hey, Daryl, thank you for the next dollar train. Okay, come on now. We putting these what they call the cars together. Come on, there's another one.
Train.
Another one. Daryl, thank you for the dollar as well. Who's next?
See, that's it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, if y'all can keep sending just the money that folds, not the kind that jingles. And also, if we can go ahead and start pre-funding the Bloomberg Building Fund.
Baby, let me tell you something. Oh my
God, what deacon or deaconess helped out?
Oh Lord Jesus, it is the Spirit and the Holy Ghost. Oh my goodness. It is the Spirit and the Holy Ghost. It is the Spirit and the Holy Ghost. Kimberly, also thank you for the $10 dono towards the goal. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the spirits who came down and just said, baby, I got you. Hey, Sade, thank you for the $5 drops of coconuts for Sade. Oh my goodness. I love y'all so much. Thank you, single mom, as well. Oh my goodness, and shout out to the spirits and the Holy Ghost. We have cleared the goal, you guys. Thank y'all so much. Oh my God, y'all gonna make me cry because bitch was tired. I was like, I don't know. I know something was gonna happen though, because my big toe was swollen and my uterus has been doing flips a whole day.
Yours too.
Oh Lord, jeez. Oh my God. Hold on. I just oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am so grateful. Oh my God, I'm so grateful because the bitch is died. And now I can give them also to my opinion. On hey Sandra, thank you for the $2 dono. Trent, thank you for the $20 for even though you didn't let me finish yelling. That must be that's you, ain't it? Justice, social justice, is that you? Even though you didn't let me finish yelling, because you was yelling over me. You was yelling. That social justice, is that you? We did it, Joe. Hey Hector.
Why he bringing up old stuff?
We did it, Joe. Thank you so much. I would like to thank my angels, my ancestors, the spirits. I would like to thank everybody that donated. What's I about to get into?
Your opinion. Unfuck America thing.
Okay, so my unsolicited opinion on the Unfuck America tour. One, regardless of what I think, I love my friends and I'm gonna support them in whatever decision they make. I'm a girls and a friend. Okay, if you out there, I'm already rocking with you, regardless of what I feel about the Unfuck America tour. But the thing is, it went from different. Yes, thank y'all. We come on, we knocking out all our goals. Let me see if I can turn this one up. Hold on. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Yes, thank you. Come on, Papa, to learn how to gift on this thing now too. I'm so proud of you, Papa. Okay, it's like he got younger, even more smarter than before, because he was already smart because he knew he was going to be on the way out the door. And also too, I'm finding it. Santana in the building. Remember those friends I say I support?
Hey, bro, I am fucking proud of you. I am proud of you, bro.
I just wanted to hop on for a second to show shit. That was it. That's all I got. It is a monocle. Yes, it is a monocle. That was it. That's all I got. Jess, I can't hear you. Can anyone else hear Jess?
No, we
Naquan,
can't
can you hear Jess?
No, I can't hear you neither.
Nope, I
Jess
don't hear
muted
you.
herself. Jess muted herself.
No, we still can't hear you. Unplug your mic and try to plug it back in.
Ain't no way, Jess.
Is it muted?
This world, we're back.
We can't hear
Ain't
you
nobody come
at
see you,
all.
Otis.
Oh boy.
Ain't nobody come see you, Otis.
Blarica!
Jess, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Jess.
Erica done effed up the thing. I mean Jessica.
How about you go live? Get out of my live. Otis,
Wait, how long y'all can't hear me? How long y'all
Okay,
can't
you
hear me?
back,
Y'all
you
hear
back.
anything
You
I said
back.
about
for a long
Santana?
time, Jess.
After you said Santana,
No,
you went.
I meant
Nothing.
Jessica. Erica, love you.
Oh, okay. Damn, I was talking shit. I was like, remember one of them friends I say I support? There's one right there. And I was like, look at my
Like
brother.
nothing else. We didn't hear anything else after
Damn,
that.
I was going. I'm like, it's giving very much Bridgerton. It's giving Santana Weatherford. The Weatherford to here. Oh, I don't even know what.
Did you see the Monica?
The who?
The Monica?
You talking about, that's what it's called, the thing you put on his eye?
Mm-hmm.
Go get on your own live.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Hey, like, they trying to hijack my live. You got a phone.
Yes, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
What y'all doing? Where you going looking like that?
You want to put Jones. Real quick, like 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Erica only trying to get
Trying to
chose
take the
to
phone. Here, say hi. Say hi to
Hey, Jones! Y'all was cooking out there tonight. Boy, y'all know y'all sweating.
God,
Standing over there,
God,
fried,
damn.
what's them things, them fryers?
Yeah, have a good one.
Erica, why you got glasses on inside?
You said the same thing. I said the same thing. Only weirdos wear shades inside at night.
Unless I'm a little inebriated.
Yeah.
But no,
Anyway.
bro, we proud of you on this side.
Yes. Congratulations.
Okay, I gotta go because everybody's saying goodbye. So I'm gonna.
Y'all leaving tonight?
No, they are. They're people from Texas came up to.
Okay. All right, bye.
Yeah, except there's one person from Texas gonna come up and hang out.
I told you that I was trying to come see you, and you know what you told me? You deterred me and said,
What did I say?
You said we're gonna have security, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see you, Jess. And I'm
I
like,
thought
damn,
so
I'm not
too.
gonna come all the way out there, and you gonna tell me y'all ain't gonna be able to see you. So I set my ass at the house.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I thought so too, and then they started letting people do.
I just want you to know you the reason why I didn't come.
My bad,
You deterred me away from it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, shit.
My bad, Jess. I don't know. Like now people are clapping and talking. I don't know what's happening. All right, I got.
All right, go ahead, bye.
All right, bye.
I told Santa, I said, I'm coming out there. I'm gonna support you. Obviously, you're my podcast partner. He's like, I don't know if I can be able to see you. We got we got security. I'm gonna be moving from one place. No, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see me. And I was like, damn, big dog status. All right, well, I still support. I'll support from the house. But they did a great job. Of course, I'm happy. Erica did good. Santana, first of all, he cooked somebody, then brought out his sounds. I ain't gonna lie, I was hollering. Why the fuck you lying?
Mhm.
I had messaged him right after, like, damn, you cooked his ass. Who else? Mr. Jones was eating them up left. Pretty much everybody. Erica, Mermaid. Shout out to Mermaid going live the entire time. And she had like some of the best. She was lagging at first, but she had some of the best service. Hector had good service. Cause some of them lives was
Mhm.
Johnny actually had the best service. Johnny and Pickles
yeah.
did not freeze up at all.
Yeah. I missed it. It was recorded now. I mean, they have the recordings when you go live on TikTok. Everybody, everybody's live is you get a recording of it. Yeah. The service was not servicing everyone. That part, Jen, okay?
I think
That part. You
everybody's
can literally bounce between people's lives and see who is where and you know what they're saying and kind of get like different perspectives of it. Yeah.
but they banned TikTok from the Wi-Fi server.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they
That's
banned
fucked up.
TikTok from their Wi-Fi server. It was a bill that Abbott signed.
Ow.
What?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. That some of the students at A&M was saying that they banned it from their Wi-Fi server. It was a bill that Abbott signed. I think either this year they said or last year sometime.
Thank you to the beautiful spirits again, y'all. I love y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. So I think that I do think the lady that put it together, you know, probably was a bit unorganized. And, you know, she had her own little riffraff going on beforehand because there was some black creators, black women
Mhm.
specifically, who were talking about how she wasn't including black women. And she got up on the panel and allegedly said some more um
He did.
racist things. Now I
Yep.
can't find that. If y'all find it, send it to me. I've already heard that she may be a little bit racist. And we were talking about you know, being an afterthought even in 2025. Like if you're running this thing and then all of a sudden like now you're throwing these people on here. Now I don't know the lady, but I'm already giving her a bone that she could have used, right? She could have said, well, I thought that, you know, black women were on a break for the 92%, and we thought, and you know, we were going to take charge and push forward for you guys. Now that would have been a good comeback because bitch, I am on a break.
That still didn't stop her from asking though.
That part too. So and I was, you know, I was giving my honest opinion about it because, you know, I want to be honest about it and then be like, you know, which I've told my friends this, like I support you and everything that you do, and I'm always gonna be rooting for you. And then I hate that. And you know, someone has said, and I'm not gonna put her name out unless you want me, was like, we can't complain about, you know, not having diversity, and then when we get it, complain about having it. And I get that, but it's 2025. Why are we still complaining about not having diversity? Considering the fact that he rolled back DEI and everybody on this side should be leading with diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to put it back in their face. So, and then also too, it's just something about chasing some cis white right wing person around America that, you know, I really don't, you know, I do I look like I chase niggas? I'm just saying. But you know, I just think that like Papa said that what's his name? He's irrelevant. I think it's irrelevant. And I think it's important to use the pull method other than the push method. You're trying to push up on him, come up on this shit. He spent $500,000 to come to these colleges. So of course, if I'm giving this money to the school, they're gonna do what he says, get them away from me. And you know, and
Mhm.
now you've traveled all these people here, and now he changed the rules. You know, I'm not doing a line anymore. I'm gonna pick people. I don't want any of you guys over here. None of my people are talking to you guys. And he changed the rules on him. But if you're gonna go and galvanize his audience, what people, as I realize it, especially MAGAs, what they love more than the person that they love is being the one to be loved. They're all looking for their viral hit and their moment and think that they're smart and they want to have So all they had to do was which they ended up doing. And sometimes when you go to do something, it could turn around to still be right. Because which they end up doing, I'm like, you set up close by and just say, debate me. And then they're all going to come over there. Everybody want to debate Dean and Parker. Then you have all of the other great creators like Santana, Erica, Mr. Jones, No Reds, Johnny, Mermaid, Hector, like that people would want to debate, right? So they're gonna come over there so they can get their moment, and that could easily pull his audience from theirs. And then as they really begin to do that, they began to galvanize their own audience, which I think is great. And then I'm like, this is what, it's about. And then, because we don't want to lose the plot, we don't want to lose the mission. Is the mission to get a gotcha moment on him, to run up on his shit? Or is it to really like educate the youth? Is it to really get the point across? Like, and I think it's always important for us to keep asking, why are we doing it? Why? And then some people are doing it for the clout chasing, for the likes and for the views and the clicks. And I think even for them, it's important for them to be honest with themselves about that, because then they don't know how to navigate that too as well. Not saying that you're wrong or right, but be honest with yourself about why you're doing it. And so it felt really good to see Mermaid passionate. It felt really good to see Brett, and others just really spitting out their knowledge and speaking with a purpose, and it felt really good, and it turned out to be really really great. And at first, like what the mission was allegedly about, as far as seeing Charlie Kirk, I wasn't all for that, but like I told Santana, I would definitely come support you, friend, podcast partner. I would drive down there all these 9 8 9 hours to come support. But then he said that there may be security and stuff like that. And then I don't want to drive 8 9 hours and then I can't see you, or I can't meet you, or I can't hang out with you. So, or even support in any type of way, film, whatever the case may be. So I was like, okay, well then I'll stay at home. But then it didn't turn out to be something different. So by the end, I was like, damn, I would love to be a part. But at the beginning, it was just like, I love what it turned out to be. That's what I'm gonna say. I do like what it turned out to be. Other than that, I am as far as but I think for the future, we should start creating something of our own as well. And I feel like we also
To
too need
that
to talk, because like it's Aggie, like I said, it's Aggie. It's predominantly white. We need to.
Probably the biggest ones on it, and I have utmost respect for them.
Say, me too, you guys. So, this is nothing against the creators. I support the creators. I love the creators. Um, through and through. Just period. And I like what it ended up turning into be. I don't like how it just went about, what the plan was, and or the execution of it. But,
I
when you stay
really have the
positive, things
utmost.
turn around.
I have the utmost respect for them, but certain categories should not be argued by them. Like I understand that they are the face of this thing.
Thank you, John.
Yes, but even main singers know what are their weak points.
That part, Jim.
You need to step aside and let certain categories be argued by people that can represent that category. I don't
Because there was a time when two guys are arguing about abortion, and there's 3 women there who was more than equipped to
It was
talk
way
about
more
it.
than that.
Wait.
It was quite a few women there.
Yeah, and they're like,
And-
we can
and-
talk about it, and then
and said,
not really giving them the opportunity to do so, or a quick second to do so. Like, yeah, and that's why, you guys, I have a community call, the link, and where it's for women, femmes, theys, and thems, so that we can uplift one another and put each other into position, and be there, provide opportunities, and see how we can support and help one another. Just so you guys know. Hey, Black historian. No, we got one about our for sure. Exactly. We know about our bodies and they keep like this and this and that. They just and then the other guy was spitting out some of the wrong facts. And I'm like, how the fuck you gonna tell us? Shit. And I think later on, Mermaid got an opportunity to talk to somebody about it, and she was cooking too. So, and she like kind of had her own thing going on. And respect out to Mermaid because she was like, we gonna get this conversation going. We gonna talk about it, okay? Definitely love her. And then it's beautiful to also see when she was leaving. Like I enjoyed it. And she like kind of had her own thing going on.
On certain parts of slavery, yes, and colonization. But when it comes to certain parts, you have to let the other people that are from those communities.
What is that?
Oh, I'm outside.
Who ringtone is that?
No, I'm outside. But you have to let other people from those communities speak on those issues. Because those people from those communities can relate to those issues more than you can. Yes, you might, because those people from those your parents might have told you about it.
Yeah, you got a black friend.
Like
right.
Like it's
yes, Parker.
Like I said, I have the utmost respect for them. I actually watch they live from time to time, but they got to execute it better because it's not just about them two. Yes, I understand they started this so they can debate him. Okay, that's great. But also the message is to get the message. The mission is to get the message out there from everybody, everybody in that party.
And Jen said something really, really. We don't even want to speak that part. Social. Was that you talking about? Even though I didn't let you finish yelling, the tour should be to reach people and not Charlie Kirk. And that's what I didn't like because what is that gonna do about this fucking administration?
Right.
What is that gonna do about this administration? But what happens after the debate, which is important. Mermaid! Girl, I was literally just talking about you.
You really?
Yeah. When we y'all put a one in the chat
Was
if
it
we were just
bad?
talking about Mermaid.
Am I a terrible fucking person? Was it bad?
Hey, sis,
Never. We
Was
was
it
just talking
bad?
about how great you are and talking about, sometimes when people lose the plot and the mission and it was things like when you walking away saying that this is you think you found your passion and your purpose, like these are the moments that really begin to make a difference in people's lives because you really care. You can tell you care.
Hey, sis, I wanted one of y'all to ask him about the bitter waters. Preachers love this that they're is she low service?
I think so. Mermaid, you still there?
I really wanted one of them to
I
ask
wouldn't
them
mind it
that.
if it's from a well-educated, involved, seasoned person, not a kid that's learning. And I get that too. Exactly, I get that too.
But again, why have a diverse group of people
If
to
you
do
can't,
these debates and then you only use one or two people?
and you can't
That's
use the
point.
diversity to
Right.
talk about the diverse issues. That's a good one.
Like
W Hawks in the chat. Yes. Yes, yeah. Because what are we here for? What are the women here for? What are like the white folks with the racist white folks? What are the blacks here for?
Right.
What are the Latinos here for? The immigrants, like Brett was able. I do like the fact that Brett was able to speak on school unalivings and getting rid of Pum, considering the fact that he lost his child in Uvalde, and I cried. I
But
was
at some parts it
preaching
started
too much. I get it, Parker. It's me too. Because that again, especially at the beginning with the push method, like trying to get in this stuff and walking around, all the walking around and where are we going and what's the game plan. Like when you bring that many people here, you want to have a game plan.
But at certain points it really gave ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis.
Talking about Charlie.
I don't like not him. the organization. I don't like that. Like I said, I got the utmost respect for them, but you should not have all them people or if they're just going to be in the background.
Yeah, like why am I people leaving their jobs, taking off like we want to be utilized. Thank you, Papa. Papa, I hate your phone ain't working.
Like when that guy
And I didn't even get to hear me out. Like I follow her too. And I was talking on the phone when I watched Brett's, then started sobbing quietly with the witness. I know, right? Yo, and that's what I'm saying. The people who are really in it with the mission and a purpose, and there are some, that have lost the plot. But I also feel like when you do it so long, you have to keep asking yourself why, because it's easy to kind of get caught up in the wheel.
Yeah. Right.
I don't
That's
think
the only thing.
Mermaid has any service.
That's pretty much the only thing I did not like about it, that they touched on every topic.
The Pokemon card took me the fuck out.
It was a good 10 women there that could have spoke on the AB, which most of them gentlemen kept coming up here to speak about.
Definitely afterthought. But that's why I was telling in somebody's Discord, like, why in 2025 are we still the afterthought? And that's like just create our own, and they will come.
But yeah, that's the only part. They, like I said, I understand they are the
That
face,
part, Susie.
and it was pretty much organized by them and two other people.
If Black women, if they are 92% of them come together to make a decision, which shows solidarity and unity regardless of what's going on. If they've been in the forefront of a lot of change and just leading a lot of things and being the nurturer, being the one to step up, when are we going to start centering Black women?
I got the name of the tour too. The name
What's
of
the
the
name?
tour
I'm so sorry.
is gonna be Thank a Black Woman.
Come on, thank a Black woman tour. Come on now.
We coming to a city near you, you, and you. Thank a Black woman. Beep beep, and then we gonna drive off.
Hey, Mermaid! I know you didn't
Okay,
have any
I'm
service.
sorry. My service was terrible. I didn't hear shit that you guys said. I hope it was all good things.
It was all
I
great.
sound crazy. Okay, I sound crazy as hell.
We're proud of you.
Mermaid,
We're very proud of you. I was telling them before you came in though, like a lot of people get caught up in the hype and start losing the plot, chasing the cloud, and it's really important when you left and you were like, I enjoyed it. It fulfilled me. I feel like I found my passion and my purpose. And it's those moments like that is like why you do it, and when it's making a difference, and you could tell that you really care, and we were just happy for you. Come on, doing your big one, okay, sis? Yes, you was down there eating too. And let it be. Now, what happened when the girl tried to run up on the stage and you was like, hold on, and y'all was talking for a long time? What was that about?
Okay, so she was trying to get to Mandy because Mandy was talking to her boyfriend. They were having a debate. And so she ran up on the stage because she wanted to like jump into the debate because she's like, no, a woman should not be talking to him like that. And she's coming from a place of like emotion and this and the third, blah, 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 right? So I sat there with her for about an hour and I leveled with her and I just kind of talked to her. I was like, hey, like she wasn't coming from a place of emotion. She was coming from a place of fact. This is
Yeah.
what happens, right?
You're emotional.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so we had a whole conversation and she actually DM'd me on here late hours later. I just saw it a little while ago. And I think I got to her.
Mm-hmm.
And so that feels good.
Yeah.
But like okay, so what you were saying as far as like me saying like this, like I feel like I found like a passion. It's really because like I have a daughter and I do not want my daughter to grow up in a country that is the way that it is right now. I would be perfectly fine with my daughter growing up in a country when we had Barack Obama. I
Yeah.
would be perfectly fine with my daughter growing up in a country if we would have had Kamala Harris. But we have a administration that's incompetent, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. They're stupid. They don't know what they're doing, and they're taking away everyone's rights, not just mine, not just yours, but everyone's. And so, even though MAGA may not understand that, like, we were out there fighting for everyone's rights, even them, sadly but true, we were. And so for me, it felt more like it didn't feel like a job. It didn't feel like I was going to, like, I don't care about clout. I don't care about all of that other I don't care about none of that. I came out because I wanted to, for one, represent the 92% of women that actually did the right thing. But then I also wanted to just come out there and talk to people, have these conversations, wake people up. And I feel like that definitely was achieved today. Like it definitely was achieved, especially that last like panel that we had and everything like that, where everybody was up there. Like we had about the same amount crowd as Charlie Kirk had on a conservative college campus where you just don't see stuff like that. And so the fact that we actually had people that came out that wanted to have conversations with us, that engaged with us, everything like that, it felt good. Like I feel like I came here, I conquered. Now I want to go home and take a fucking nap.
As Black women, we need to uplift each other. I agree. You know, I'm definitely, I'm a girl's girl, and I'm definitely rooting for everybody Black. And I was just talking about like creating spaces where I was saying like if we're in the forefront of so much, protectors and providers, leading the change, 92%, talking to each other and coming again on showing unity on a decision, regardless of what's going on. Like, when are we really going to start centering Black women? I think the world would really begin to elevate on a way that we have never seen it elevate before.
Or maybe listen to the most educated demographic in the country. Hey, maybe for once in your life, listen to a Black woman, because clearly we know a little something.
And you have to, when you carry life, give birth, nurture, raise, you're raising the children. Like a lot of us, men included, woman taught you how to put your shirt on, how to dress yourself, how to think, how to live. Some of you how to stand up and pee, you know what I mean? So like teach you your ones and twos, how to read, so I think it's very important that, you just show that love and that respect. That respect.
Mermaid, I was trying to
How
get
to wash your balls. Okay.
Hey, Mermaid, I was trying to get your attention so bad with that preacher. I wanted you to ask him about the firstborns and the bitter waters. Because
There was a preacher. Hey, Cynical.
Yeah,
There was a preacher.
They love to use the religious talking point, but they always remove those parts. If Jesus and God was really against murder, why did they unalive all those firstborns? Why did they teach you why did they teach you how to do ABs with the bitter water? And I can read in so much scriptures that will debunk the claim that Jesus actually had those 10 commandments. And I am religious. I am very religious. I don't believe in the Bible no more, but I still know it.
Gigi, hey, thank you for the $5. Gigi, I'm sorry to say I take your dollar and raise it for. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm so sorry if I missed it. If I ever missed anything as far as don't know, please all caps me in the chat or at one of my mods to let me know, okay? Because I want to just make sure that I tell you thank you, because I am just truly grateful.
But they do.
And another thing, wait, real quick, Niquam. I know Black women are supposed to be relaxing and chilling and standing back and minding our business. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Oh no,
I I want to scream. I want to holler. I want to rage. I want to tell people they're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I can't sit back and just. I told so many people they were stupid today. I'm sorry. I
know. I'm
can't.
like, they college kids. They ain't got no development. Now, some of them, there's some little older folks up there who deserve a good dummy. Your big dummy. But some of the kids are still developing. And which I get. And that's why he go to colleges, so that he could morph their brains that he knows are not fully developed as well. That they baby babies.
Imagine going to a college to tell college students that college isn't good and it indoctrinates you, but you didn't finish college. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, he fell out of community college.
Jones mentioned that to one group. Jones said that to one group and told them they need to watch out.
He fell out of community college. He didn't drop out. He fell out.
Houseway.
But then you're on a college tour. You fail college, but you're on a college tour. Ew. I hate it for him.
It's nothing against community college to anybody that's in there in community college. But you failed out of community college.
Wait.
Most people use it as a stepping stone to get to the next stage of college.
But Naquan,
Hector, I'm in the lobby.
I hate to say this, but because he's from my area, the community college where he is better than some colleges.
Ashley, thank you for the subscription. Drop some coconuts for Ashley, because even Ashley knows the baby they are not like us. Thank you, Ashley.
But that's why I said, Hawk, that it's nothing against community college.
Right.
Because you get some great people out of community college that go on and do some great things in life.
Facts.
But he failed out of community college. You didn't get into Ivy League. You didn't. You failed out of community college.
But that's probably why he feels like he can show like it's an advantage. You don't need it. Like, look at me. That's why I say capitalism disintegrates the soul. He's probably saying, look at me. I'm making money and I didn't even
A word.
But he just like Trump.
That's a word.
He just like Trump. His family got money and he been getting handouts since he started.
But this is the reason why, y'all. We all know why. Like, let me put the Ray Charles.
You muted, so
okay, Jessica, I love you.
We love you too. We're proud of you. Go do your big one. How long are you in the area?
Hey, I leave tomorrow morning. Fuck this shit. This is enemy territory. I'm out of this bitch. Okay.
You miss your baby too, probably, huh?
I live in a love her to death, but I needed a break. Okay,
I get that, baby. 3-year-olds be 3-year-olding.
Okay, I need a break.
Oh, I sent you the video of the panning on Instagram.
I got it. I wrote you back, and I followed you, and I wrote you back, and I told you I love you, and then I saw you were live, and then I came in here.
And you strong as fuck, because I saw that one video where you were strong as fuck, and I was like, that's why I can't do that strong as fuck shit, and I'm just gonna be a rich auntie.
Listen. I don't know how I did it today, because honestly, my social battery is so drained. I'm a tourist. I don't like people for real. Okay. So the way I am about to sleep, and then I'm not gonna talk to anybody for like at least 2 days. Love you. Sorry. I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak to anyone. I don't
Well,
want
go
to.
get your rest in, beautiful. We're so proud of you. We are always rooting for you. We love you.
I love you. I love you guys.
Bye.
If you're not following Mermaid, make sure you do so right now.
Yeah, but YT men fail upward. That's why.
Yeah.
That don't happen to nobody else in America. Everybody else, you need a job, you need a credential, you need a degree. Everybody else, like,
Hold on.
we're playing those shoots and ladders.
Also, too, we love you too. Also, too, if the lady that held this thing is a racist white woman, and I'm just sick of us raising money for white folks, get the niggas, they still the afterthought, and donate to our cause. And we'll just do whatever. That's one thing. But two, I just wanted to say, what was I about to say? Money. So like I said, it didn't seem that organized. You didn't know exactly what was going to happen to me, personally. But my thing is, you don't even have a solid plan, but yet people will donate without asking a question to your cause, give you millions to fly all these creators out without a plan. But Black people, we have to have the whole business plan. Where you gonna put everybody? How much is it gonna cost? You're not gonna get no over. So before anybody donate, they were like, "What you want me to do with it? How much you need? $6. Maybe I can do $5. What you gonna do with the other $1?" And then you have to have everything down to a T. Now on the upside, it just makes us better. They're not overly qualified. But I'm just thinking about as a businesswoman and who's trying to secure sponsorship and venture capital fund, how much is needed. But yet Chad can go in there with a concept of a plan and they're like, here's $1 million and let me know if you need more.
Right.
That's what I was
So
about to say. Go ahead.
I want to add. I want to add one thing to what you just said, Jessica. I think just some bird flew past and dropped a hint or whatever that they used them Black creators to get Dean and them to do this damn thing. They couldn't get to them directly. They went through the Black creators to get to them. So
What you
this
mean?
wouldn't have happened.
Because Dean and Parker were already running this thing.
From what I heard,
Mm.
they used some people to get to Dean and Parker because they didn't have a direct contact.
Mm.
Oh, because because Santana.
It sound like a Discord conversation.
Yeah.
You in the Discord, Hawk?
Not yours. I'm in Santana's.
We need to get you. Somebody send to Hawk a subscription.
It sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Mm.
Conspiracy. A good one though.
But all in all, one thing Black people do is gonna capitalize off the opportunity, and I was glad to see them get in there and get their debates in. Because at first, when Charlie Kirk was changing up everything, she was like, Mermaid was like, we may not be no debate. You may not see anything. It may just be Dean and Parker, And then, like somebody said earlier, like, why am I here? But girl, okay. But I'm glad that they were able to capitalize off the opportunity, off the moment, and also to seem to make some impact in different places.
Right. But see, that's another thing about their so-called organization.
Laquan, can you send Corey the link too?
Corey, drop a one in the chat.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Black people always gonna find a way, and that's one thing I love. Bitch, you ain't gonna count. Don't count me out. Don't count us out. Bitch, you gonna get this interview today. Somebody go get this debate. Sorry, y'all. I'm in the Discord.
All right, Corey, I just sent it to you. But yeah, they need to sit down and actually speak with the creators. And also, you shouldn't have to have creators from other towns fly in. Pick the best creators in those towns. Because you could have hit up Brett. You could have hit up Hector. You could have hit up Izzy. It's so many. Constance Lee is in that damn town. There's so many people. If you're gonna actually follow him from state to state, city to city, look for the best creators in those cities because they can speak to the issues in those cities and the issues that MAGA is causing for their cities. Also, stop making only two people. That is one of my biggest issues. I don't like men talking AB. I am a father of a daughter that was an AB, and I don't even speak about it. It is not my place.
I love you guys. I appreciate you. Your girl got to get up early in the morning. I still got to wash Mars. I got to clean up a little bit, I would like to know more. You would like to know more about what?
I know Lee was there, but Lee wasn't invited to be on the tour, which Lee is, I believe, Texas.
Hello, you guys.
Lee is
Consciously was. You talking about Consciously?
Yeah, he
was on the website.
I don't think he was on it.
Good night, Jess. Good night.
Oh, he was there. I saw him speak on one of the lives I was in.
I don't think he was on the tour.
He was on their site. They were promoting him.
Yeah, I think he just went there because I didn't see him with none of the badges that I seen everybody else with, and I didn't see him hit the stage. I seen him talking to people randomly, yeah, and he wanted that black MAGA that he destroyed before, but he was scared to debate him, so he debated Brett. But Conscious Lee, one of the biggest creators in Texas, he should have been headlining Texas.
I would have to agree. My singing sounds like shit. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back here tomorrow, probably late tomorrow, or we'll probably be here late tomorrow. But it's gonna be lit. So it'll just be a lit live. We probably won't be arguing with no magazine unless he really want to come up, depending on how good I'm feeling. Good night, y'all.
Bring favors.
Okay. yes. Please do. I love y'all. I will see y'all. Mañana. Oh, YouTube. Thank you guys for being here as well. Let me go ahead and end you guys first. I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you for tapping the screen. If you guys are in here, once we get out here, if y'all don't mind going to the YouTube and kind of like hitting the thumbs up button on all of, if you click the little live button, you can see all the lives that we've had. Click the thumbs up button on those things to kind of help boost the algorithm. If you just not doing anything, sit your phone in there. It'd be nothing. Bye, YouTube.